Desto.org.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle. Intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 12th for Thursday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams.
20, one block and he's in.
This battle of NFC West rivals is presented by Rakuten.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Feeding your passion for local sports in the afternoon. It's the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper on your radio at 1140 a.m.
Streaming audio at SacktownSports.com and the Sacktown Sports app.
You can also watch the show on YouTube at Sacktown Sports 1140. Here are the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper.
Did you hear Styles and Kyle Ledbetter today? They had Dougie McBuckets on their show.
Did they?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Those guys getting it done.
Yeah.
All right.
They have kind of a mystery guest thing, and I guess they're not sure who they're going to get to talk to. Isaac Jones last week.
Yeah.
People are still trying to give him nicknames, and I don't know that it's going that well.
No, it's not going well. I haven't heard about that nickname in about a week.
Yeah.
Ever since then.
I mean, appreciate the effort and the enthusiasm. But anyway, Dougie McBuckets today says, and he loves Sacramento. Favorite city he's played in. And they asked him, do you say that at all?
Right.
That's no. This is my favorite.
You know what's crazy about that? And Doug McDermott is our guy. We know that. We understand that. But he ain't even been here that long. He ain't had no great moments other than 6 threes the other night.
Yeah.
Like he's easily satisfied, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes. So
fan favorite, Doug McDermott.
He is, isn't he? I mean, the way the fans responded to his explosion at the end of that game.
Think about it if you're Doug McDermott, too. You go into the game not knowing how much you're going to play. You're not thinking you're going to get a chance to light the beam. Like, that's probably the farthest thing from your mind.
Get up 3 shots, maybe 2.
Right. And, you know, hopefully I can hit a couple. This dude not only hit a couple, he hit 6. You know, the whole arena was chanting his name, and he gets to light the beam.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how you go into a day not knowing what's going to happen. And for Doug McDermott, he'll always remember that moment, I would imagine.
Kevin Herter, he was probably fine not doing that, but watching him with you and Morgan after the game, and then that was going on behind him. And I was wondering if Kevin Herter was like, man, I had a pretty good game.
Right. He thought he was going to get it, right?
How come I'm not like
and instead he got to talk to Mia Morgan. Like that's a consolation prize. You know what I mean? But, no, the boys are doing good, man. Back at practice today. I know our guy Jay's out there.
Yes.
So he's running a little bit late, coming back from practice. Can't wait to hear what he has to say. But, no, the squad's doing well right now.
Yeah,
man.
so thank you, Kyle Ledbetter, for staying over a little bit, staying after class.
Helping us
out.
All I know is Kyle Ledbetter better not be here at 5:45 today. I don't want that smoke today. No moss, big fella.
I've beaten you. It's over.
It's over. I'm done. Like I need a lesser opponent like Jay. You know, I could beat up on Jay,
I understand.
But I've met my match in you.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you willing to admit that.
I gotta like prepare to face him. I need like a week's notice. Drapes, December 31st is you and Kyle, and then I hit the gym. I hit Guinness Book of World Records. Do the research.
Go to the library.
Go to the library.
It takes a big
exactly.
man to acknowledge when he's met his match.
Pull out the almanac. Old Farmer's Almanac and stuff like that. But Kyle can't be here at 5:45.
5:45 is the resumption of the in-season tournament of Whitey's Wayback Machine Quiz. So, you and Jay tied 1 each. But speaking of the in-season tournament, some people now are looking at this and they got, 2 games tonight, 2 games tomorrow. Some people are saying, that's great. The players are motivated. But the teams that aren't in the tournament any longer, they get a little bit of potentially an advantage because they get some time off at a time of year when the Kings right now need this time off.
No, they do. And I looked at it differently, however, Whitey. Kings have been playing well. Like, I'm sure they're ready to get back out. Like, that they don't want, 1 game in 1 week and things like that. And so I will say this, though, when you look at in-season tournament versus not, let me ask you this. If you're playing in the in-season tournament versus you're not playing. You're playing just a regular season game. If I'm correct, these games do count this in
all except the last one.
Except the last one.
Yeah.
Exactly. So by the nature of the tournament setup, you're probably maybe, and I know fans don't want to hear this, probably go a little bit harder because there's more at stake than just a December 10th game. And so this could impact the standings as well, you know, and that's the thing I don't like about it. You know, the unbalanced schedule, the fact that we get New Orleans on Thursday and then Denver on Monday when other teams get lesser opponents. Like, let's say if you're the Clippers, you get to play 5 times now against Portland or Utah.
Right.
And,
yeah,
you know,
mentioned that last
us last year, New Orleans was a very good team last year, and we saw them 5 times during the regular season. That's not fair.
Yeah. I don't know about the whole thing yet, you know, trying to keep an open mind. It's just, to me, as a fan right now, it's a little annoying. I just feel like, let's just get it over with. But obviously it's not going anywhere and it's making money for the NBA. And we still are only 2 years in. So I'm okay if we go past it and just leave it in the dust, but it's going to be here for a long time.
No, it's going to be, but here, I was thinking about this, Whitey, and I'm glad you brought this up. I actually was thinking about this in my daily life, you know, like how long will the in-season tournament last? And I liken it to whether it's the play-in, expanding the playoffs, whatever thing that sports adds. Initially, people are like, I don't know about this. But then over time, it becomes part of, like, for instance, my kids, like they're going to, in-season tournament is going to be a part of their life. Yeah. That's what they're going to remember going, like how the schedule should be. And so while it seems weird to be doing it, especially the way they do it, you know, like I said, 1 game in 7 days is here to stay. Would it be better too if the Kings had a game tonight and they were in the quarterfinals?
It'd be better for us, something to talk about, but for them, it's probably better that they're resting. And you may be right, but I know with some of the baseball things, specifically extra innings got a guy at second base. I hated that idea. And as soon as I started watching it, I had to admit, it's like, okay, it's kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
But I think it doesn't matter. I think not only do I think the in-season tournament's here to stay, I think it's more likely they add another one in the spring sometime than it is if they get rid of this one.
Oh, man. Yeah, maybe. Or at least tweak this one.
Yeah.
Extend it instead of just, 4 games. Maybe it's an 8-game tournament or something like that, Because here's the thing, Whitey. Look at the games tonight, TNT. Look at the games tomorrow, ESPN. I would imagine the league charges a little extra for those games.
Maybe.
It's not just a regular season. Like, the ESPN pays to be the broadcaster of the in-season tournament championship game or whatever. And ultimately, I don't think it's about what fans like or don't like. It's about what makes the league money. I think, there's some things, obviously, that Adam Silver needs to take into account regarding the fans' all-star game, things like that. But in terms of in-season tournament, it's making the league money,
Yeah, I threw this out on Twitter today on X for Warrior fans. If you're a Warrior fan, how you feeling about the in-season tournament? In it, so win it. Kind of fun, I guess. Whatever, or worse than Smiley Geach. Whatever got half the votes.
And what was this? Say that again?
I just asked Warrior fans. How you feel about
Warrior fans, okay.
The tournament. In it, so win it. Kind of fun, I guess. Whatever. Worse than Smiley Geach. Whatever. By a wide margin. And I mean, we had a whopping 34 votes. So it was,
truly scientific measure of Warriors fans. But I will say this, though. Let it be. Who's in it? Is Detroit, I think, in it? I think or are they in it? There's a lesser team, a team that hasn't really won anything recently that's in it. Atlanta, I believe, is in it as well. And so I'm looking at, the teams tonight, for instance. If you're the Bucks, you've won a championship. If you're the Mavericks, you've been to the champion. If you're OKC, you're the number 1 seed, Orlando. But then when you look at tomorrow, the Atlanta Hawks, I think it's something special for them. You know what I mean? The Houston Rockets, young and up-and-coming. Ime Udoka is going to have those guys ready to play.
It was a big deal last year for the Pacers.
For the Pacers,
right? To conference finals.
Exactly. Lakers. They hung a banner out of it.
Hung something.
They hung a handkerchief or something, whatever that was. They hung up there. But it's the thing I don't like about the in-season tournament, and you tell me if you're in agreement here. I miss basketball. Why did we only have one game last night?
Yeah,
I miss a full week of basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight we got 2 games. Tomorrow we have 2 games.
Another thing I don't like about it.
It's kind of like interrupting the season almost mid-season here. I didn't like that.
Did you watch any of that game last night?
I watched the ending.
Raptors?
Yes.
Okay. So you saw Davion with a big shot in the corner, but
he had 5 points down the stretch. He had that, and he finished in the paint. And I'm like, or it might have been a turnaround. He was playing some meaningful minutes.
He was.
But then the Knicks won. I was rooting for the Raptors.
I was too. Davion's not having the best of seasons. Kings missed what he brought them last year, but this year, he's not having a great season.
Is he not? I think he's doing all right.
He's doing okay.
But he's playing. That's a win for him. You know what I mean? He's not getting the DMP CDs that he got here in Sacramento. I feel like that's a win for him.
Hey, before we take a quick time out,
what
did you think of what Kevin Huerter had to say after the game? He was asked about, having a big game, and he said, it's been consistent. Right now, I know when I'm coming into the game. I know when I'm coming out of the game. Mm-hmm. Is that the key to the secret to his success?
Yes, I think so. And I think it's the secret to a lot of players' success. It's that they're creatures of habit. When you're a starter, all right, I got time to ease into the game. When you're coming off the bench as a 6th man, all right, I got to get going early on. When you don't even know if you're playing or not, to me, it's hard. And so now that he's embraced, and it seems like Mike has embraced him as the 6th man, if I'm Kevin Huerter, I'm coming in looking to get some shots up. Yeah. I'm coming in ready to make a mark. And maybe that frees him a little bit more in terms of his offense.
There's been a lot of chatter over the last few months about him being on the trade block. Who knows? Yeah. But we do know the NBA trade market. The rumors, anyway, swirling around the trade market. We're in a blizzard of rumors today.
Yes.
For whatever reason. We'll look at those when we come back to Sacktown Sports.
All guests and callers join us from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Time to check out Capital Casino, conveniently located at 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Welcome to Staples.
Help! My family's in for the holidays and I need gift ideas.
That's why we're here. Staples has amazing deals on everything you need. Photo gifts, laptops, and gaming systems. Even custom holiday cards and shipping solutions to send gifts to the family that can't make it.
Perfect! Have anything for Uncle Frank? I love him, but the guy is never quiet.
Noise-canceling headphones. For you.
You get it.
Unwrap huge holiday savings at Staples. And right now at Staples, save up to $350 on select computers. Ends 12/28, in-store only.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sacktown Sports.
Kyle Draper, what in the world is going on? Today, kind of a quiet day in sports. Yeah, we had Monday Night Football. We had that incredible Simpsons broadcast last night.
You watched that?
I watched some of it today. I didn't watch it last night.
All right.
Yeah. It was kind of a fun game. Only one NBA game. And then today, all of a sudden, look out. We're buried in NBA trade rumors. And, I heard Alan saying today, all of a sudden, all these things happen. Well, nothing actually has happened yet.
Right,
it's just that all these rumors have started swirling around all at once from a bunch of different sources.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if it's because in 5 days, guys that sign contracts will be eligible to be traded or what. But silly season is here, as Doc Rivers used to always call it. I mean, you're going to hear a lot of rumors, and it sounds like a lot of teams are open for business. Open to be moving some big name players.
Yeah, Evan Sidery reporting today, our buddy Evan Sidery, that among players expected to be available are Dorian Finney-Smith, Cam Johnson. The Kings have checked in on them, or at least on Cam Johnson. Jimmy Butler, according to reports, the Heat are willing to trade him. Malcolm Brogdon, pardon me. And I know you shared with us that teams have begun checking with the Pelicans on Herb Jones.
Yeah.
Which doesn't mean that he's available, but teams seem to think he might be. CJ McCollum's name's getting thrown around.
And here's the thing. I'm looking at the Pelicans, and I understand they got, Ingram and Zion, who are both out. Then you got CJ. Names-wise, you have a good roster, but the wins haven't come. The injuries have happened. Do you, if you're the Pelicans, have a sell-off? Just hit the reset button, if you will. Trade Ingram, who's going to be a free agent after the season. You can get at least, I think, a first-rounder for Herb Jones. Herb Jones is a tremendous defensive player. Do you go to OKC route, stockpile picks, maybe build around one star, if you're the Pelicans? They're in a precarious position because when you think about it, they came into this season thinking deep playoff run.
Right.
Now, a quarter in, do they have to pivot and say, you know what, we need to start building for the future? Maybe we need to get into the Cooper flag sweepstakes,
right,
if you will.
To me, they're still, to a degree, hitched to Zion's wagon.
Yeah.
So I know he's been hurt too. So if they're ready to move off of him, then, yeah, I think they tear it down. But if they have reason to think he could come back and it could come together for him, they try to make a run in the second half. But in the West, they're way back
down. Way down.
Are they 5-20 or something?
Yeah, and the thing about it, Whitey, to your point, it's the Western Conference. Not only do you have to win your games, but you're going to need some help too.
Yep.
And I don't think that's happening in the West. Utah will help you out, maybe Portland, but outside of that, San Antonio's going for it. Houston, all Warriors. There's too many teams, I think, right now for the Pelicans to leapfrog. And I don't know if they're built to be a team that wins 8 in a row, 10 in a row, 13, get hot like that.
They may have already hit their ceiling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And so if I'm them, to me, it's a no-brainer to trade Brandon Ingram. You got to get something. The dude's leaving, right? He's gone after this year, right?
They can't trade him, apparently.
Yeah.
I think they've been trying.
Yeah. They're not in a position of strength. That's their problem. Everybody and their mom knows they got to trade him. And he's hurt right now, too.
Yeah.
And so they're in a tough position. I actually like the roster when it's together, but we just haven't seen it really.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think if you're in that front office, they're going around the table. What do we do? You can make a real strong case for, you know what? We're out. We need to just start over.
Can you imagine, if they land Cooper Flag, with the number 1 overall pick? Right now, they're the second worst team in the league. The Wizards are trying to sprint out and beat everybody to the worst record in the league. But if you have Cooper Flag, and let's say you pair him with, I don't know, DeJounte Murray and one other player that you still have, now you're putting together something.
Yeah.
And picks that you have going forward.
Yeah. So you're saying you don't need to tank. You're already tanking without trying.
You're already tanking. Right. And I'm like, Zion, take your time, big fella. We don't need you back.
Yeah.
Because like we said, I'm looking at the standings right now, Whitey. They're 7 games behind us. And we're still, you know what I mean?
Right.
In terms of playing, they're 8 games out of the play-in.
So they can have
already.
the best of both worlds. Kind of like what the Spurs did when David Robinson was hurt and ended up with Duncan.
Right. That's what I'm saying. If I'm the Pelicans, I'm looking at it like, there's an opportunity there. There's a chance that you can get that number 1 pick or a top 2, 3, 4 pick with a lot of guys supposedly being franchise players.
Jimmy Butler's name is being bandied about, and now supposedly, I think it was Shams who said, the Heat are looking to deal him, or they're willing to deal him. So Coach Spo last night apparently tried to shut down the speculation. But you tell me, at any point here, does Eric Spoelstra say we are not trading Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, let me hear that.
Here's what he says. He says, it's been our best consistent stretch of the season. So anything else, any other narrative, I don't care. Nobody should, because most of the stuff has just been all like a bunch of gibberish. Did he ever say that? He never says it.
He didn't say Jimmy's going to be here or
right.
We love having him and he's part of our future and going forward. He said a lot of words without saying anything.
You
really.
try to, I assume with the scowl, like shame you, how dare you think that? That's a bunch of, no one should care about that. Well, is it true or not? He doesn't actually address that.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Spo ain't calling the shots on that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He may say something, but really, who knows what Pat Riley is really thinking? I guarantee you, and we know Pat Riley in terms of his history, his championship pedigree. Being mediocre or not contending is probably driving him crazy right now.
Yes.
And when you look at their roster, ain't nobody breaking down the door, no offense to my guy, Terry Rozier. Ain't nobody busting down the door for Tyler Hero. Jimmy Butler still has some value in a team that could make the move down the road. Golden State. Keep an eye on them, Whitey.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on them.
They'd have to give up a lot of players. By the way, Spo said that in response to the story that came out today. So he is responding to that story today. The story is, quote, the Heat are open to listening to offers for Butler and making a deal if the proposal is right, league sources told ESPN. And Butler's agent, Bernie Lee, has indicated in league circles that Butler is open to destinations such as two of the Texas teams, Houston and Dallas, and the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah. He wants to go somewhere where he can compete for a championship in his eyes. And, here's the thing about Jimmy Butler, too. This ain't the first time we've heard the rumors. Like, there were rumors during the offseason last year. It seems like, I don't want to say he's worn out his welcome, but his run there is coming to an end. And if you're the Miami Heat, I'm looking at Golden State. And first thing I need is Jonathan Kuminga for sure. And some picks. And that's why, when it comes back to the Sacramento Kings, Whitey, the price is going to be high for a lot of these guys. Because teams, Lakers, Golden State, Dallas may try and make some moves. Denver, if they, figure out their situation.
I heard them linked. And again, I don't know.
Who'd you hear them linked to?
Marcus Smart.
Really?
But I don't know, again, if that was, it might have been just somebody going, hey, here's something.
Right.
Because they need that defensive player that they've had in, KCP and Bruce Brown, that now they don't have that guy.
Well, and here's the thing, too, about that, too, Whitey. You look at the Western Conference, I could look at 8 teams who feel like, maybe even more than that, who feel like they got a shot to make it deep in the playoffs, to at least the Western Conference Finals. OKC feels that way. Memphis, Houston, Dallas, Warriors, Clippers, Nuggets, Lakers, Timberwolves, Suns, and the Kings. That's 11 teams that think, you know what? We're good enough, or we can be good enough to get at least to the Western Conference Finals.
Let me just ask you, because some people are wondering about it. If Jimmy Butler is available.
No.
Please explain why. Just so we can move on.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, the price it would take to get him. I'll just start right there. Second of all.
And you mean to pay him or to give up to get him?
To give up to get him. Whether it's picks, multiple players, got to look at the salary too.
Right.
He's a big, what's he making? 40-some million, close to 50? Yeah, something like that. How are we going to match that? Who are we giving up that could come close to match that?
It's hard.
Right?
Yeah. And not like, gee, we don't want to give up. The guy's like, you barely can do it, even if you
might have to give up like 7 players to get, unless you're talking about giving up one of your big names, and you're not doing that. So no on Jimmy Butler for that reason. No on Jimmy Butler also because Jimmy Butler is an alpha. Jimmy Butler is a guy that comes into an organization
and takes over. To succeed, I think, with Jimmy Butler, you got to have another strong alpha there, a la Steph, a la LeBron, a la Luka, a la Joel Embiid in Philly. Like a young, impressionable team, a team like ours with a bunch of good guys. You saw what he did to Minnesota with those good guys, with Cat and all those guys, and how he just, wrecked shop over there. Like,
We don't need that headache right now.
According to Spotrac, cap hit for Jimmy Butler this year, 45.
Woo!
Next year, 48.7.
Ouch!
Then a player option in 25-26 for 52.4.
Which he's picking up. You know that? He's not opting out of that. He's picking. Yeah. That's of all the big names, nah, Jimmy ain't coming here.
And the age is part of it, too. When
Yeah,
you consider
he's
how
up
much
there.
you'd have to give up to get him.
Well, think about it. What's he, 35? 30,
I think he's
34?
34 now.
34? I mean, we already got DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
Like, what do we do? He just doesn't fit either what we need right now.
Mhm.
He's not the answer. No.
Here's a story of Hoops Hype. Jimmy Butler intends to opt out of his deal.
What was that?
Yeah. Teams have been informed Butler intends to opt out of his deal in the offseason and become a free agent.
Oh, so he can opt out this season?
Not according to what I just looked at, but maybe that's part of what's fueling
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
This has him a player option in 25-26. So, well,
that's
25.
this upcoming season.
So yes,
Yeah.
player option after. So this year's at 48.7.
Well, that's even more reason for the Kings not to be in on him.
Yeah.
He's going to opt out. And let's be honest, he's not going to re-sign the sack. That's so no, I'm out on Jimmy Butler. Good player. Not for the Kings, though.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, doesn't make sense. I mean, and here's the thing. I think we're at a point now, Whitey, and you tell me, we aren't big game hunting. Like the Warriors are big game hunting. They need another star player. We're, on that rung below that, looking for supporting cast, solid role players. We're not looking to acquire an all-star, gut the team or anything like that. Like that was last year before we added DeMar DeRozan. Now that we got DeMar, I don't think we need a Jimmy Butler or a Brandon Ingram type.
There have also been reports that the Warriors are talking to the Nets about that package of Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith.
How you feeling about that?
And Herr Schroeder.
How you feeling about that, big
I don't
fella?
want him going to the Warriors.
I know.
But somebody's going to do something just like Dallas did last year.
Right,
If you
exactly.
sit there and go, well, we want to be prudent. You're going to watch somebody else zoom to the top of the conference.
And I look at the Warriors maybe as the team, them and the Lakers, who are faced the most desperation, who are more desperate than anybody else. Maybe the Nuggets too, but if you're the Warriors, Steph is, getting long in the tooth. LeBron is getting long in the tooth. Like your window might already have been closed. You can extend it maybe a little bit, a crack if you make a deal like that, but I think the Warriors are in desperate times right now.
I don't even know if we should talk about LeBron and the Warriors and what's being thrown about
Come
there.
Come on.
Maybe we'll get to that when we come back. Maybe we'll get to Deebo Samuel responding to the criticism. We got Jerry Reynolds today. We got Kirk Morrison, too. It's the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
The holidays can be tough for some, especially if things from your past are still following you around to this day. Now, don't be afraid of your past this upcoming holiday season, as an expungement can help. And that's where the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez comes in, as he's local and has a great track record. Now that expungement can help you get a job, get your life back in order, and you'll also get your constitutional rights back. He's offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas. Call 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187.
It's not your average holiday season. Hold on to your hard hats, because starting Monday, December 13th, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is unwrapping the biggest power tool sale Sacramento has ever seen. We're turning up the heat with 12 days of unbeatable prices on all your favorite Makita products and much more. Free batteries with tools, free tools with batteries, and bare tools starting at just $99. Come on down and give us a visit at 6701 Power and Road in Sacramento, or shop our Christmas deals online at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
The Haken Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more super. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Rare Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
Ho, 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 ho. Looks like you made the ice list this year.
Santa, don't you mean the nice list?
No, ice, because Prestigio Jewelers carries all the ice you need.
For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Make this Christmas season unforgettable. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is expanding. I guess you could say the Super Shop is getting more super. That means more for you, more apparel, more equipment, more shoes, more gift ideas, more of everything you want. If you're looking for the right gift for the golfer in your life, let the friendly team of Hagen Oaks experts help you find the perfect gift. From golf bags to golf balls, from golf pants to golf shirts, from rain gear to golf gloves, Hagen Oaks has it all. And much is on sale. Visit the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Rare Shop, Fulton Avenue at Business 80, or find us at HagenOaks.com.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from a good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9998 now.
We're afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Before we get any further, I think congratulations are in order for UC Davis, huh? The Mountain West Conference.
How about that?
Working to add UC Davis as a non-football member beginning in 2026.
Wow.
That it would be for all sports except football.
What do you think about that? What do you say, Jay?
They need the football. Why not?
Right. That's what I'm. Usually, football is what drives. This ain't Notre Dame. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the backstory there? Football is the driver, right? That's the moneymaker.
My assumption would be that it's something that'll come down the road, but I don't know. It's like the football program isn't where it needs to be right now. I don't know.
Right.
I'm only guessing.
Maybe it's a step.
Scott
like
Morris
you
on
said.
the phone.
Yeah. We get Scott on the phone, right? Maybe it's a step, though. But, like, I understand UC Davis, you want to move up, but football is where you make the most money at. Like, that's where you get the revenue sharing and all that. And
listen to this. According to MSN, Hawaii announced it'll become a full member after years of being a football affiliate only.
Right.
UTEP and Grand Canyon, the latter of which does not have a football team, will be a new entrance. So Grand Canyon doesn't even have a football team.
So Grand Canyon doesn't even have it in there. I don't know what the Mountain West is doing.
Yeah. These moves will give the conference 10 basketball schools and 8 full-time members by the 2026-27 school year. We'll get to the bottom of that.
Yeah. You know what? I am happy for UC Davis, though. I mean, it's a step in the right direction. I don't want to come across like I'm hating on it or
No,
anything.
we've been
this.
talking about Sac State for so long, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the question. Where does this leave Sac State? Is it Pac-2 or Pac-12 or Sac-12 or bust now? Or does the Mountain West take them as maybe a football-only school? You just know. I don't know. I don't know where this is all going. That's where I'm confused about that.
But, Jay, I know you had been asking that, right? Because we talked about Sac State this, Sac State that. Been in the news a lot, to their credit, and you'd been saying, hey, what about UC Davis, right? And
yeah.
Go.
Yeah, 100%. The tough part is UC Davis, they're good in football, of course, this year. But have you guys had an opportunity? When's the last time you've been over to UC Davis, Whitey? Football game?
Probably that would be never.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ain't never been to a UC Davis football game?
I've been there to the campus. I've never been to a
Well, I've never been to one, but I'm still fresh, you know, but
I've seen them play Sac State, but not there.
Yeah,
not
at
there.
Sac State.
Yeah.
So what you saying, Jay? What
so
you saying?
Sac State holds 20K. UC Davis is half. 10.
Really?
Yeah. Damn. So that's kind of, for me, I would imagine, and this is just pure speculation, my own opinion. I think they're not bringing enough to the table when it comes to what the Mountain West is looking for when it comes to television and packing out a place and those type of things.
Right.
When you bring in ESPN to the forefront, or Fox, or the CBS, or whoever else is they're considering the Mountain West, you're kind of talking about a very, 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 to take the words out of Mike Brown, I keep being repetitive. I think it's just a very small school when it comes to football.
Maybe they've given them some boxes that you got to check this, check that, and
probably.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this, and I'm not, like I said, I'm just asking this just for informational purposes, trying to get
It sounds like he's about to take a shot at somebody.
No, I'm just saying, who has more of a following, Sac State or UC Davis, football wise?
I'd probably.
So is Sac State more attractive just because it's facilities and they're building and they got this NIL fund? Is that their pitch? Like we're attractive because of what we can be?
Doesn't Sac State have a slightly higher national profile right now? I mean, they've been on.
See, I would say history tells us UC Davis has a way better program.
Yes,
right?
No question.
But lately, of course, now UC Davis has been balling out this year.
Yeah.
I would say lately, yes, Sac State has a bigger profile as of late. And I know, it's what have you done for me lately? The Troy Taylor years were astronomical for Sac State.
Right.
Yeah.
Coming
to Jay's point, UC Davis's
nothing.
history is just glittering.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know how you look at that sustained history, sustained success versus microwavable the last handful of years. We know Sac State, Andy Thompson just stepped away from Sac State, going to sounds like Stanford, going to connect with his former boss, Troy Taylor.
Right.
And so I'm not sure, but I do think, I will say this, Drapes. I think if you're looking at school and taking away sports, I think UC Davis has a larger name, right?
Right. Yes.
For the FFA program and all that type of stuff over UC Davis. But I say this, I think Sac State has a lot more room to grow in the fact that they have some constituents who look like who ready to spend $1. The other part about it is I think they have a little more land to do some things over there if they want to, which we know they're going to add to the football stadium, and baseball looks like they might be on the up and up. So I think there's a little more room athletically for Sac State to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. According to my sources, it's part of the plan. They're just not there yet.
Right.
So it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen.
I mean, we're talking about the Big Sky, the Montanas and all those type of things. Yeah. Those 20,000, like those are the schools that we're looking at.
Yeah. Jay, just excuse me, but you just made the point, and this amplifies it. Just to put into context, Boise State had over 36,000 on Friday for the MWC championship.
Exactly.
Right.
If they're, just think about this, and they wouldn't play a championship game at UC Davis, but let's just say, Boise's going to, let's just say Hawaii comes in, and it's kind of like what the A's are getting ready to go through. We talked about it yesterday. The Padres come in, tickets go sky high. We talk about the Mets coming in with Soto and Lindor. Their tickets are going to be sky high. Hawaii comes in, and I'm not saying, I'm just using Hawaii to be out there. Hawaii comes in, and 10K, like that really doesn't do justice.
That doesn't do, yeah.
Especially now we're starting to talk about bigger schools.
Yeah.
Schools who have football prowess, football, history, big time situations. Cachet, a Fresno State or something comes in
Air
here.
Force.
Yeah, come on. Good luck, man. They'll be complaining about 10,000. So I think that may have something to do with it, but we don't know. Like you said, let's get Scott Marshall on the line.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, though.
Yeah. No, it's good news for Davis, right? Like,
sure.
And I would imagine if I'm running things over there at UC Davis, the question I'm asking myself and my people, what do we need to do to get our football program in there also? Because that's where the money is, Whitey. Like, if you're going to join a conference and the conference says, sure, we'll take everything but football, to me, that signals if we're really trying to go full D1, upper level D1, like we need to upgrade. We need, whether it's bigger stadium, NIL money, whatever it is, you almost need to be doing what Sac State is doing right now. So I don't know. I'll be going to games though. I haven't even been to a basketball game down there.
What?
Like, yeah.
So UC Davis?
Beautiful facility.
I ain't even been to a Sac State game, Jay.
Man,
I'm looking at the Sac State schedule right now. I'm going
10 minutes away from Folsom to Sac State right there.
Man, come on, man. You know my schedule, big fella.
I do. We just talking a little bit. I know. UC Davis, if you haven't had an opportunity, which you guys have, you should definitely, and both Sac State as well. I love going to UC Davis basketball games. Jim Lescourse, former Sacramento King coach over there. A couple years ago, they went to the tournament. They keep a very competitive team. Sac State hasn't so much in basketball, and really, kind of vice versa. UC Davis basketball is pretty competitive. They compete quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, they play at Sac State Saturday.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Well, shoot, I'm going to have to take the kids. We on that, Jay. I'm there, bro.
Okay.
I'm there. Who I need to reach out to?
We got you. I got you right now. I'm pretty sure they're listening.
I need three. No three. Problem, me man. And the two Draper kids.
No problem.
We pulling up.
You want to throw the dogs in?
Nah.
We put a.
You can help me out with that too?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, Saturday at 7. I'm there.
Right.
We going.
What's the name of the Hornet? I was going to say hi to so-and-so the Hornet. I can't remember his name now.
I don't know. It's the Hornet. Yeah.
Dude,
come on out, Whitey.
I can't believe, and this is the travesty. I can't believe you've never been to a UC Davis football game.
Not at UC Davis. I have not.
I
did. I was on TV once for one of the big games.
For the Causeway
Classic. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that was at
Sac State.
It was actually at Hughes Stadium, I think.
Oh.
We'll get to Deebo Samuel. Deebo responding to the criticism next on Sacktown Sports.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people, obviously. But what's more, MediShare members like it a lot. Their satisfaction rate is 98%. Imagine that. And MediShare is a proven thing, too, for over 30 years. It's a Christian community of hundreds of thousands of people now. And here's the thing. If you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save even more right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call and you'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline is December 15th. So call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Rock the Bells presents LL Cool J. Live in concert. LL Cool J. Saturday, January 18th, the venue at Thunder Valley with DJ C-Trip. LL Cool J. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss LL Cool J live.
Meda Chevy sends you $8,000 off MSRP on new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT and RST after rebates.
Year-end savings on now with $8,000 off new Silverados at MedaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
See dealer for details. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Pro Paint Days are back at Lowe's. That means it's time to save big on your next job. Right now, get your choice of 5-gallon pails of Valspar Signature Ceiling Paint or HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Flat Ceiling Paint for just $148. Plus, get it delivered to your job site with free same-day delivery when you order by 2 p.m. Lowe's knows paint. Lowe's knows pros. Valid through 12/20. Delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Additional terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
I'm Craig Ashton with the injury law firm of Ashton & Price. It may sound contradictory for a personal injury firm to wish you a safe holiday season, but we at Ashton & Price wish that no one has to suffer an injury in an automobile collision. But if you're an accident injury victim, you can lean on Ashton & Price to do all the legal legwork. They introduce you to the best medical care providers in the area, so during this holiday season, you can focus on your health and your family. So from all of us at Ashton & Price, we advise you to have the happiest and safest of holidays.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Live and local, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Woo! 49er fans know what can happen when things go awry in special teams, but did you guys happen to see what happened to the Cowboys last night?
Yes.
For special teams?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. You block a punt inside the 2-minute warning on the other team's half of the field, and you end up, they get the ball and score and win the game.
That's an undisciplined bunch right there, right? Everybody trying to beat a hero. Trying to get a scoop and score.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, because the Cowboy that tried to pick up the loose ball after it had been blocked, he's just, I guess you just leave that. The ball comes.
Yeah, you're supposed to just let it down, down and get away. Get away.
But the spirit of Leon lives on in Dallas.
Yep, that was.
They lose.
And did you see Micah Parsons' reaction and everything? Yeah, on the sideline.
Future former 49er.
Oh, Jay saying, "Go get Micah." Jay, yeah, that was heartbreaking if you're a Cowboys.
That was Amani Oruwariye.
Yeah.
He's the guy that, there it is. Whoop. Yeah.
But that's kind of second nature though, right? Like,
even the ball's right there.
There, but I was listening to, might have been Ryan Clark this morning, and he was talking about the special teams coach of the Cowboys. Respected guy.
It's Fossil.
Fossil, yeah. He's the, there's no way that they haven't talked about that. They know what they're supposed to do in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the Cowboys had an outside chance looking at the standings, and I'm not saying they were, but mathematically they were still alive.
Yeah. When they blocked the punt, I remember watching it, they just won the game.
They won the game. Would have went to 6 and 7. Yeah, exactly. And so,
but Jay's guy, Joe Burrow, gets it done again.
Joey Buckets. Jay, you can't hate on Joe Burrow. You can't hate on Joe Burrow.
Can't hate on that terrible record. I've been waiting for Joe Burrow and Kirk Cousins, your other favorite quarterback. I ain't really been hearing nothing about them last 5 weeks.
All right.
Kirk Cousins throwing 2 picks every week.
You won't like this, Jay. Maybe you already heard it today on his radio show. Jerry Jones was asked about, all right, maybe you're out of it now. Is it Trey Lance time? He says, nope, it is not Trey Lance time yet, Jay.
I don't get it.
There's no plans to play him.
Right. I just don't get it. How come they aren't playing Trey? See what you got in the guy, right?
Yeah. They must. You think Jerry Jones, you go out and trade for the guy. You want to show everyone what a genius you are. So if they're not playing him, somebody must have the idea that he's just not going to help you right now.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
I'm not saying they're right, but just trying to figure out, like you say, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Somebody must believe that he's not in position to help you. I'd love to see him play.
I'd like to see what he has inside of him. You know? So
Jay's a big Cooper Rush guy too, though.
Are you really, Jay?
No. All right. These are all guys that I continue to keep on saying.
You're like,
it's not Joe Burrow. And Joe Burrow is a top flight quarterback. I just think he's gotten a lot more sizzle than, what's led to his bite, so to say. But Cooper, my thing is, Drape, so I've said this. I'm just tired of the recycled quarterback.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some of these guys in the heat. Let's bring some new cans and plastics to the table.
Deebo Samuel has heard all the criticism about how he's struggling on Twitter, on X. And then he took this down, but he posted, not struggling at all, just not getting the ball. Followed by about 7 exclamation marks. What do you think, Drapes, Jay? Not struggling at all, just not getting the ball.
Let me say this. That's factually incorrect. like in terms of, touches, I got the numbers right here. 13 touches last game. Oh, excuse me. I'm looking at reverse. 13 touches week 1, 13 touches week 2. He's just not catching the ball. I feel like the targets are there. I know you get on, Shanahan about running him. I feel like they're trying to get him involved, trying to get him the ball. It's just not working for him.
Yeah, I wonder if they've just worn him down over the years. Here's his rushing averages.
Yeah.
I think Matt Barrow said this over the years. Rushing averages, 2019, 11.4 yards per rush. 2020, bad year, 3.3. He got in there with Shanny, watched film, came back 2021, 6.2 yards per rush. 2022, 5.5. Last year, 6.1 yards per rush. This year, Deebo Samuel, 2.9 yards per rush.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's the offensive line.
Right.
But some of that is Deebo's, not what he was.
Well, I'm looking at also his targets this year versus last year. Last year, he had 89 targets. This year, only 64 with 4 games left to go. So his targets are down. But last year, he had 37 carries. This year, he has 32. So his carries are going to be up. And you look at his yards per catch, his average 13.8. Last year was 14.9.
Yak by any chance? Is that
I gotta dig deeper on that. I'll dig deeper and find those numbers. But even when he touches the ball, like you just said, the 2.9 yards per carry, he's just not as effective. And to your point, Whitey, Deebo, and I don't have the numbers to back it up, but just the eye test tells me historically he's been a load to bring down. Like the yards after the catch, yards after contact, or however you want to spin it, it takes 1 or 2 guys.
Yeah.
This year, he's not breaking as many.
Yeah,
it
he
just
was
seems
like
different.
DK Metcalf South.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's how he was, right?
Yeah,
exactly. But, he was a load. He was a beast. He was a force out there. It doesn't seem like it, I don't know whether teams are game planning for him better or what. He just doesn't seem to have that breakaway ability to break tackles like he used to.
And when you have CMC was out, of course, and Ayuk was out, you need, all right, Deebo, you're here. They needed him to be at least what he was before.
Yeah.
And he just physically isn't capable of it this year.
Yeah.
So he's probably gone, right? With what he's making.
At that salary and that production, you already got some young players. You got Jawan, you got, Ricky Pearsall, and based on his salary in that position, you don't pay that much money to an aging wide receiver.
Unless he's right. And then
Unless
Thursday night, he busts out against the Rams. And the 49ers get back to 500.
And the Rams might hang 70 on them, the way that offense was cooking the other day. Like
that was an anomaly.
Too bad the Kings got a game that night, man, because I want to be locked in to these 49ers because it could be over this week. And so I'm looking at some of the numbers from Deebo on Pro Football Focus.
Let me just say, what you said, I think, is 100% true. It could be over. The Rams finish them off. That's it.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yes, it could be. All right, I'm looking at Deebo's grades on Pro Football Focus. 70.9 overall grade. He's 46th out of 98 wide receivers that they have graded here. His receiving grade, 72.1. His rushing grade, 64.5. Basically, what Deebo Samuel now is a middle of the pack wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Making $24-25 million a year. You got to be better than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, to your question, is he done? It looks like the writing's on. I mean, even before this season, we talked about Ayuk or Deebo. Somebody's got to go. Well, they signed Ayuk, so it looks like Deebo's the odd man out.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you, Jay, about your guys. Something your guys, Rob Stats Guerra was saying, very popular on the internet. Talk about the 49ers. He's been on the station a lot. He says it's time for Jake Moody after this year to go. Jake Moody.
That.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jake Moody had
Kickoffs?
2 kicks that failed to reach the landing zone last week. That meant the Bears got the ball at the 40-yard line. And I think the announcer was Kenny Albert and Jonathan Vilma. I think they were saying they've you rarely see that once from a kicker in a game.
Yeah.
And Moody did it twice in the same game.
Yeah.
And then the camera shows me he's kind of got that look down like, I don't know what's going on. What do you think, Jay?
I think a couple things. Number one, I think his confidence is shot. I think, and I don't say the team, but, the press clippings have been all over Moody in the last 2 years. And it's tough.
And so is Deebo.
Yeah, right. Well, he should be looking at the press clippings for himself. But, fellas, it's tough to replace someone that is beloved. And that's what he did. Like, Robbie Gould is beloved for the 49ers. For whatever reason, I have no clue. I mean, he's good, but he didn't start here. He didn't put in 15 years here. But Robbie Gould is beloved for by 49er fans. So I think his confidence is gone. And then the second part of it is I'm still not sure he's 100% healthy. Not sure he's healthy.
It's a great point. I always feel silly when I overlook that. But of course, none of these guys are really that healthy
not right
this
now,
time
right?
of year.
Where's my notebook at?
Confident.
Where's my excuse? That's league wide though, Jay.
But
everybody's dealing with something.
Agreed. But I'm just talking about Moody in the form of this. I think if there's any position in NFL besides quarterback, and we kind of seen it with the Bryce Young situation compared to now, got some confidence into him, starting to make plays. He's on the run, darting guys in the numbers. I think kicker is the second one. If you have, and just most people consider Jay Tuck from Baltimore, Tucker, to be the best kicker beside probably Vinatieri of almost all time. Ray Guy's in there because a Hall of Famer. But look what he's going through.
Oh, I know.
He's missed 2-3 kicks in a game. He's missing extra points. Right he's struggling.
Yep.
This is a guy who holds a record for the longest field goal. He's been ice water in his veins for the longest. He's got the yips, right? So I think if there's any other position in football beside quarterback, it's kicker for me.
When we come back, we'll look at another quarter season grade for the Kings. It's in. What do you think of it next? Sacktown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, layoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour split into 16s. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. And tune into the inaugural season beginning January 7th. Keep up. It's golf.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare and you want out, you need to get the facts. Wesley Financial Group and its founder, Chuck McDowell, have helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshares permanently, and he may be able to help you too. Call right now. Chuck will send you a timeshare exit information guide free explaining how your timeshare works and all your options for cancellation. You want to call Wesley Financial Group, 800-761-0000. That's 800-761-0000. Once again, 800-761-0000.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves.
Curbside pickup and delivery available, and the lowest prices for over 30 years only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly. Beach One Resort.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle. Intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 12th for Thursday Night Football at Levi's Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams.
20, one block and he's in.
This battle of NFC West rivals is presented by Rakuten.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar! La, 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 la.
What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs.
You sound very
calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
Time now for your 49ers injury report, brought to you by Jeremy Winter, attorney at law. He cares because he's been there. In the 38-13 win over the Bears on Sunday, the Niners suffered a couple of more significant injuries. Left guard Ben Barch suffered a high ankle sprain, and running back Isaac Guerrero departed with a possible foot sprain. With Christian McCaffrey and J.P. Morgan already on the injured list, this could be a real problem for the 49ers, who get ready to take on the Los Angeles Rams in a key game on Thursday night.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney, to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Thanks to the in-season tournament, the Emirates Cup, the Kings got a few days to recuperate and practice, but you got fans and you got people like Kyle Draper that are ready for more games. Let's go.
Yeah, man, only 2 games tonight, only 2 games tomorrow, 1 game last night. I'm like, I miss basketball, dude. I miss 8-9 games at night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't wait till Thursday comes back.
I'm sure that there are a number of Kings who would tell you, yeah, we're playing great. We want to play. But given the heavy minutes that, the top players have been playing, I think they stand a chance to benefit from having a little bit of downtime before another flurry of games.
No, you're probably right. I could, you look at a guy like Domas that, gets bumped and bruised and battered every game. You look at, Fox playing heavy minutes. You look at DeMar, at 35 years old. You're right. But, I'm hoping, 1 game in 7 days, and I know Mike Brown talked about this at practice today. 1 game in 7 days, that's tough, man. That's to get into your rhythm. And even if, all right, you're fine come Thursday, but then you got to wait 3 more days to play another game. Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see how the Kings come back off this layoff.
I would scoff at what you just said, except I remember years ago talking to Jim Jackson when he was here.
JJ.
Talking to him about coming off the All-Star break. And he said, you come off the All-Star break, it's like you never played basketball before. And I was like,
he said that, huh?
Me.
Right.
And then Tank Thompson came in like that same day, and Harold Presley, they both said the same thing.
Same
thing.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. That's just a couple days off.
Yeah. It's especially when I feel like physically, yes, they need the time, but they finally started to figure something out. Like they're finally, 2 straight games of 140 plus points, 2 straight wins. It's like, all right, now you're finally figuring out a groove. Hopefully, practice today was great. Practice tomorrow is going to be great so you can stay sharp.
Mm-hmm.
And, we'll see come Thursday, Whitey, because I think we'll learn a lot come Thursday how this team is coming off this break, because we just talked about the Pelicans. They're not a good team, and they're missing their 2 best players. Like, this team isn't in our league. They shouldn't be in our league in terms of, the level that we are at. And so we got to come out and handle business like we did against Utah and San Antonio.
They're like a scrawny pelican with like one wing.
Right.
Fish hook sticking out of the beak.
Exactly.
Yeah. We have more first quarter grades from Law Murray, the great Law Murray.
Our boy, friend of the show.
The way he does his power rankings is he has these categories: top contenders, in a good place, the bubble, not the tier to fear, basement floor. I think the Kings have been anywhere. They might even have been top contenders at one point. They've kind of, in his rankings, been hovering among the top 3 or 4 spots. So he has the top contenders. He's got Cleveland, Boston, OKC, Dallas, Memphis. Those are top 5. Then tier 2, in a good place, Houston, the Knicks, the Warriors, the Orlando Magic, Minnesota Timberwolves, and the Miami Heat, and the LA Clippers. Tier 3, the bubble. 13 Denver Nuggets, 14 Milwaukee Bucks, 15 Atlanta Hawks, 16 Phoenix Suns, 17 Lakers, 18 Sacramento Kings. But on the bubble, so like kind of on the edge of it.
Yeah.
He says first quarter grade, I think we were all right there when we gave our grades last week, whenever it was. D. First quarter grade
for
D.
the Kings?
Yes. Law Murray says the Kings should be better. To the Kings' detriment, only the Hawks allow more threes, and only the Hornets have lost more games in clutch time.
Damn.
They just need to be methodical by stacking or playing the right way on possession after possession after possession after possession after possession after possession. Ha, ha, ha. But there you go. D for the Kings, but he says they should be better. I think we all feel that way.
Yeah, I think that when we gave out our grades, I think we said D. Somebody might have said a C- or something like that. And
they were drunk if they did.
Right? I'm with Law. Like D could be for disappointing, if you know what I mean, to start this season. And so, fortunately, you're only 25% through the schedule. But, all these teams, you sort of grade them on a curve, like grade them on your expectations. And like I could see, what was Denver's rate? You got it right there too. They probably are a D also.
Got them 13th, first quarter grade C, which is average achievement.
Okay.
They are 2 games over.
They're a little bit better than us. Yeah, they're a little bit better than us. But yeah, I mean, they've been in a disappointment also. And so I get it, man. And here's the thing about these grades, Whitey. If we don't like them, well, all they got to do is play better. Come next quarter, it'll be an A- or a B+ or whatever it is. Like, you always used to say, I don't need power rankings, the standings. Right. Well, I don't need grades. The standings are the grades.
You're right.
I see
You're
that.
right.
We're 12th in the Western Conference. We're struggling. And so we got to get better. It's been disappointing.
Another bit of good news, I think.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think. There are some other teams in the West right now. The Kings looks like maybe they're poised to start making an upward move. And then there are a handful of teams that look like they're just hanging on and trying not to backslide. The teams ahead of the Kings.
Well, the Lakers, first and foremost, it's funny. They're 3-7 their last 10 games. They're on a 1-game winning streak, but that was the 1 game LeBron didn't play. You know what I mean? Like, so before that, they were struggling with LeBron James out there. And so who are the Lakers? It seems like JJ Redick, the shine, the luster has wore off when it comes to JJ.
Remember when we were trying to tell Jay early in the year about the great plays he was throwing up?
Yeah. Hey,
I don't think he remembers that.
At the time, we were correct. Now, new information has come in, so we're allowed to. Right? He don't remember that. But I mean, they're disappointing. Let me ask you this though, Whitey. When you look at the standings here, OKC, I'm a believer in.
Yeah.
And what they're doing.
Yep.
Memphis, I'm a believer in. And what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Houston, I'm a believer in what they are doing. Like, I think they're a good team. That's just me. Dallas, I'm a believer. But Golden State, the Clippers, the Lakers, those are 3 teams I'm not sold on for a full 82.
Right. I'll say this for the Warriors, though, based on what we're reading, they recognize that and they're trying to do something about it.
Right.
They're not convincing themselves that, oh, this is a great team. Look out.
Yeah.
They realize, wow, all right, we're in decent position, but we need help.
Yes. And I think, they went off to that hot start. They've struggled a little bit as of late, 4-6 in their last 10 games. So they've had some issues, even though they won their last game. But I think Steve Kerr, Mike Dunleavy Jr., that organization, they realize we might be a solid regular season team. We're a good story now. But when it comes actually time to competing, we're not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're going big fish hunting.
Mm-hmm.
They need another player, a Jimmy Butler, I don't know if Ingram would fit in, but a player.
Let's just say it, LeBron James. Windhorst today was throwing that around. And I think basically he said, if LeBron wanted to go there, they could probably figure it out.
Yeah.
Now, why that is anything close to news, because we have no reason to think LeBron wants to be there.
And is he going to say, all right, I'm going there and I'm going to leave my son right here?
Oh, yeah. He's got to come along for the ride.
No, did you see the report?
No.
There's another report that states that if he wanted to go to Golden State, they would make sure that Bronny would go with him. I mean, let me see. I didn't send that to you.
Jay, you've been busy.
We got a lot of stuff today.
You've been busy today, Jay.
Yeah.
Like, and if you're the Warriors, are you taking that package deal?
You have to. If you want LeBron.
It's from a basketball standpoint, Whitey. I'm taking
it here fits. This kid should have been a first round
right. But from a basketball fan, Whitey, not a guy that gets his check signed by the Kings, not a Kings fan. I wouldn't mind seeing LeBron and Steph play together, just from a historic basketball standpoint. My King fandom doesn't want to see it, obviously, but we got a glimpse in the Olympics, and just seeing them 2 guys share the court, I think that is pretty special.
Maybe I'm too old school, but just the idea that LeBron wants to go here now. Okay. It just doesn't seem organic, and therefore it seems, Durant took all that heat for going there. LeBron could just say, yeah, I'm almost done. I want to go play for the Warriors now. And that would be, we're supposed to respect that if that happens.
See, but that's why I don't think it'll happen, because it really isn't a win-win for LeBron. It's a lose. Even if they win a championship, sure, now you could say you have 5, but you had to join Steph Curry to get it.
Right.
Like even the 4 that he has now, the 2 in Miami, people are like, well, you had to go to Miami. And so legacy-wise, winning the championship in Golden State for LeBron, I don't think it helps his legacy that much.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So this is according to Anthony Irwin, who's a Laker beat writer, Clutch Sports down there. Too many sources to name all the things he's attached to. Sources close to the Lakers did say that if James asked the Lakers to trade him, they would work with him to find a deal that lands him where he'd rather be, but also brings back the kind of return that would jumpstart a rebuild. If James was traded, it's also believed Bronny James would have to be a part of the deal.
If I'm the Warriors, I don't know that I do that. If I have to give up Kuminga and some things for
probably some picks too.
LeBron on his last legs.
And that's why the Warriors are in a tough position, Whitey, because this Steph Curry era is about to come to an end. If you're really, valuing your business in the future, you're preparing for life after Steph.
Yeah.
And that life includes draft picks. You don't want to give up your draft capital for 1 or 2 more years.
I know Tim Kawakami had said, look, last year the Warriors asked about that. They had Clay's deal that they could, that gave them some wiggle room. They don't have that anymore.
Yeah, they don't.
So it'd be really difficult for them to make that work if they wanted to. We're going to see what's on Jerry Reynolds' mind, bottom of the hour.
Yeah.
He's going to join us when we come back. How badly, with all these rumors flying around, how badly do the Kings need to do something by the trade deadline? Next on Sacktown Sports.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Last year's RV trip, we met a couple with the same bumper sticker. What are the odds?
Your cousin isn't a good storyteller,
He was a podiatrist, or was it a pharmacist? You don't say. I can't remember.
but she owns an RV protected by Progressive, and you don't. So until you get your own RV, her stories are the most interesting stories you've ever heard.
Wow, interesting.
And when you do get your own RV, save money by bundling it with your home, auto, or other vehicles with Progressive.
Oh, anesthesiologist. He was an anesthesiologist.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
I mean, it can be a good thing as long as we're all still can stay locked in through that time. So for us, it could be a good thing. I mean, it could be a bad thing if, you consider it as a break, and it's really not a break.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Keegan Murray, after practice today, talking about the fact that the Kings got some time off now before playing the Pelicans on Thursday, and then it's the Denver Nuggets, who for some reason are one of Kyle Draper's most hated teams on Monday.
Nah, just
you don't like. That's fair.
What, Denver?
Yeah.
Just Jokic is putting up some great numbers, tremendous numbers, but
and they lose when he scores 50.
Right. They lose exactly, and I don't know. Maybe I don't like their style of play, or just the whining to the refs, like Mike Malone's, a chip on the shoulder. It's something about them that rubs me the wrong way.
I know, I can tell.
I remember yesterday got into it with that caller. Javi, who was like, can't believe you. And the Nuggets they're average.
Javi knows my cousin, so I gotta.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Friend of the family, huh?
Well, in a way, yeah.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
So
no wonder you ain't had my back yesterday. That's all right.
I had to be careful.
I know.
Yeah.
At the family cookout, you ain't want no smoke with Javi.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
I get it.
That's right. But we'll talk to Jerry Reynolds, bottom of the hour. And with all these rumors swirling around, as we say, this guy's going there, or this team's interested in this guy or that guy. How badly do you think the Kings need to do something by their trade deadline? I think it's imperative for them to do something, maybe not anything major, but given that there are so many other teams in the West that are looking to upgrade, I'm afraid if you sit back, and you're prudent and say nothing was quite right for us, you're going to see too many teams in your conference go ahead and do things and zoom past you.
No, I'm with you on that. And we're not saying make a move that is jeopardizing the future or anything like that. We're talking about being prudent and making prudent moves to move you closer to challenging in the West. Like if you're Monty, you can't sit on your hands this year. We saw what happened last year with Dallas. And I firmly believe, Whitey, when you look at the West, everyone's beatable. Even OKC, who we had their number last season, they're beatable. And so if I'm a GM in the Western Conference, including Monty McNair, I'm saying, who's the one piece that's maybe pushes us over the top? Who's the bench guy for the Sacramento Kings that puts us over is it your boy Dorian Finney-Smith? Is it Cam Thomas? Like, who is it? And so I just look at where the Kings stand. They need to load up on their depth. They need, not only Kevin Huerter coming off the bench, providing you with some scoring punch. We need another guy that can impact the game in a positive way, a 3-and-D kind of guy, ideally.
Here's what's ironic to me about the in-season tournament, not to, belabor that, because they play tonight and it's working, I guess. But the thing is, they came up with the in-season tournament to make some of these games more relevant in, before the new year. But the West, the last couple of years, is so competitive that every game already is really important. You don't need an in-season tournament to make some of these games vitally important, like the Kings game Thursday against the Pelicans. It's a huge
massive
game.
Especially because the Pelicans aren't good this season.
Yeah.
Like, this is another one of those games, Whitey, where if they lose April, we're going to be like, how'd we lose to the Pelicans? They're in the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. And so, in the Western Conference, you got to kind of beat the teams you're supposed to beat. And also win some maybe you're not supposed to. I mean, I'm looking at the standings right now, Whitey. Here we are, 12-13, and the San Antonio Spurs have a better record than us. The thing about the Spurs, I don't think they're going to fall off that much. I don't think they're a 45-win team, but I don't think they're a 30-win team. Like, they'll be in the mix for a play-in. We already got the 12 teams right now that come April, in my opinion, will be in the mix for the play-in at worst. And so the question is, if you're the Kings, you just had Law Murray's little tier list. Which tier do you want to be in? You want to be on the bubble, just maybe scrapping into the play-in? Or do you want to be a firm playoff team? I still think there's time to do that.
I don't think the Kings need a superstar, and I don't think it's realistic to think that they would get, Ingram or Jimmy Butler, anything like that. But I think they need to add two guys that can contribute. And, where you draw that line, I don't know. For example, both the Martin twins are probably going to be available. I'm not saying go get both of them, but you get one of them and somebody else, somebody with some size. This bench could still use a lot of help. And I think if you're serious about this year, you got to add one, probably two guys to this team.
Let me ask you this, though. Let's say you got your starting five, you got Kevin Huerter. Where does Trey Lyles fit in that? Is he a guy, and I'm asking you your opinion on this, a reliable role player coming off the bench guy? Or do you need to upgrade and have two guys ahead of him also?
Well, I would say the way he played this year, I wouldn't have a lot of faith. But we just, we saw how things can change with Kevin Huerter.
Yeah.
But based on the way he's played and based on this year and based on the fact that he's had the last couple of years, some lower body injuries, some leg injuries, I just don't know if I can count on Trey Lyles.
Damn.
A healthy Trey Lyles is like a good fit, right?
Yeah.
That's why he's here. But is he still that guy? I don't know. He's already been hurt, twice this year, right?
Yeah, twice already. Yeah, and that's what's scary about it. And here's the thing about Trey, just looking at some of his numbers. He's had a couple of nice games. Utah, 17 points. Atlanta, 12 points, 10 rebounds. But then the OKC game, that's where he got hurt, only played 6 minutes. The game before that, Brooklyn, 19 minutes, one shot attempt. Did have 6 rebounds. The game before that, Clippers, 1 of 4, 3 points. I wonder, too, do we have to give Trey Lyles the grace that we gave Kevin Huerter? Give him an opportunity to come back and let's see what he can do.
You may have to.
Right.
You have no choice.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, to me, I think you go get somebody, but that's not easy to do. It's harder than ever now with all the new CBA implications. So you may have to do that, whether you want to or not.
Yeah. And here's the thing about Trey Whitey, just looking at some of his numbers historically. Last season, 7.2 points, but he shot 38% from three.
That helps.
That helps you. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this, and this is, we're just discussing. You bring in a Dorian Finney-Smith. How much of an upgrade over Trey Lyles is he, do you think?
I think he's a really good defender who shoots the 3-ball well. I think he, he's not as big, even though he's 6'8", and I think he's a power forward.
Yeah,
but he's not a true power forward. So he does some different things. He does play a little center, huh? I think he would be an upgrade.
You think
he's a good defender. It's what I would hope. The Kings, whoever they bring in, if they bring in a guy or guys, I would hope that they improve you defensively.
3 and D.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I know.
It's what everyone says, but there's a reason why everyone says that, and everyone wants it.
And everybody wants that.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Like, I could see Dorian Finney-Smith costing probably more than, his value indicates. But now this year, with so many teams in the market for that, like, he's going to cost a lot.
I know you and Jay were doing during the text we exchanged today.
Yeah.
You guys are almost doing somersaults over the idea of Herb Jones.
Herb Jones would be at the top of my list.
Yeah.
Herb
Jones. We don't know that he's available. Just teams are asking the Pelicans if he's available.
Herb Jones, I mean, he impacts the game in so many ways. Like, you talk, and the thing Jay would like about it, I didn't even know he was 6'8". I got to look at his wingspan,
Super long, too.
Super long, right,
Jay? Loves his wingspans.
Love him.
Super long. Wingspan, Herb Jones, 7-foot wingspan at 6'8".
He's like this year's Anunoby.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And let me look at some of his numbers here, Whitey. Last season, only took 3.6 threes a game, 41.8%. 3-and-D guy right there. Herb Jones would probably be at the top of my list in terms of wing guys, like maybe even more than John Collins. You heard what I just said, Whitey?
I did.
Maybe even more than John Collins.
I'm processing.
Herb Jones is a ball player. And to me, Herb Jones is a guy that, he's in his 4th year. He hasn't, in my opinion, really scratched the surface of how good he can really be.
Which makes you wonder why New Orleans would want to move off of him.
Yeah.
Especially like you said earlier, they're kind of having the best of both worlds this year. They have a lot of talent. They're losing, so maybe they just have a shot at the number 1 pick, and then they keep the really good young players.
They really should.
Yeah.
Like, Herb Jones should be a part of whatever they have building going forward. Yes.
All right. Jerry Reynolds is going to join us. You got a question for Jerry? Keep it to yourself. Or better yet, you can hit us up on the text line or the chat. Jerry Reynolds on how he was able to watch both the Kings and the Chiefs when they were playing at the same time Sunday night. We'll find out next on Sacktown Sports.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda deal, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
#1 claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from American Honda Motor Company. Sold on report.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Ho, 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 ho. Looks like you made the ice list this year.
Santa, don't you mean the nice list?
No, ice, because Prestigio Jewelers carries all the ice you need.
For over 30 years, Prestigio Jewelers has offered in-house financing and fine jewelry. Guaranteed credit approval between $400 and $10,000 with no money down options. Make this Christmas season unforgettable. The perfect jewelry, the perfect price, helping you build perfect credit. With locations in Sacramento, Stockton, Merced, and Fresno, or online at prestigiojewelers.com.
Ba, 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 ba. Yep, 'tis the season. Hey, if you take pride in your gift giving, here's a great idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift from the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
Merry Christmas from Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and we're still celebrating Black Friday all month long. When buying a car, getting a good deal, it's kind of the easy part. Where Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram really sets themselves apart from anywhere else is the experience, from sales to service and everything in between. It's why so many people keep coming back to Sacramento Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It's because it's the place where a handshake still means something. And if you've been wanting to experience that Jeep life, there's no better time than now. SacSuperstore.com, located off of Business 80 across from Hagen Oaks Golf Course.
Times of the week has arrived. It's time to check in with all-time Kings icon, the great Jerry Reynolds. Jerry, my first question for you: how were you able to watch the Kings and the Chiefs Sunday night when they both were playing at the same time?
You know, it worked out better than I thought. I was pretty nervous about it because, you know, got mostly Chiefs before the Kings game started. Then I really focused on the Chiefs and kind of followed it. I mean, on the Kings, and then followed the Chiefs till halftime. And then after the half, I switched it because, I mean, the Kings were just kicking butt. That thing was a dead horse there. And so then I could focus on the Chiefs and you know, to kind of encourage them to dunk one off the crossbars to get their win.
Yeah, they don't. You said the Kings kind of kick butt. The Chiefs, they win, but they don't do a lot of butt kicking on these games, do they?
Boy, they sure don't. And I mean, obviously, it's going to catch up with them sometime. Although I heard one of the ESPN geniuses talking about, you know, all the close games they've had, you know, and that really when you have like 20, you know, one-score games, that eventually it'll be 50-50. And I said, no, it won't. The better teams are going to win more one-score games than the bad teams. I mean, what planet have you been on?
The Jerry Lytics say you're wrong, sir.
Yeah, I mean, really, that makes it's not a coin flip between good teams and bad teams. It never has been.
Oh, Jerry, man. Hey, I'm glad your team won. My team had a heartbreaker. The Eagles also, a nail biter, excuse me, also. And so it looks like it's Eagles Chiefs on a collision course based on what I'm seeing. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's what I'm saying.
I think it can be. I mean, if we get the Eagles wide receivers kind of keeping their yap closed a little bit and just keep it in house, I think everything will be fine for the Eagles.
All right. As far as the Kings go, Jer, what has stood out to you the most about the way the offense suddenly seems to be hitting on all cylinders?
It really is. I mean, the ball movement's been terrific. You know, the spacing's better, the ball movement. And I really thought, too, you know, against Utah, I mean, where Fox and Sabonis really didn't even seem to be concerned about their own offense till, you know, just as the game went on, then, of course, put up good numbers. But I just think adding Monk to the starting lineup gives you another, you know, guy can make a play, can get his own shot, and that just kind of helps everybody. And then to Herter's credit, he looked like the Herter of Atlanta days when he's coming off the bench and really being a factor.
Yeah, let's speak about Kevin Herter, Jerry. Is it just, you know, becoming comfortable with that role that you're seeing from Herter? What have you noticed last few games from him?
Well, I think comfort has a lot to do with it. I mean, it did seem like he got better shots. Now, why that was, I don't know. Obviously, Utah doesn't present a great deal of defense, but I think sometimes for guys coming off the bench, they're going against more second line guys and maybe haven't been, and they're not focused on scouting as much. And so sometimes that helps guys. So, but maybe then the other part, just as simple as he's played years, and had a lot of success in Atlanta, coming off the bench. So maybe that's it.
Mm-hmm. Jared, Mike Brown says the Kings need to be more methodical. How important is that? And do you think this team has that in them?
Well, they've got to be able to go possession after possession after possession after possession after possession. But I think they just have to do, what they do. Make sure you're moving the ball and getting good shots. It's not that they don't. Everybody wants good shots, but I think we saw them kind of when they're more struggling offensively, kind of forcing a few things. I mean, they were missing some open shots, but they were taking some tough shots too. And so it'd be hard to even find a tough shot they took the last couple of games.
Hey, Jerry, they're in the midst of this 1 game in 1 week stretch. It seems like they've been clicking these last couple of games. As a coach, how do you keep guys sharp? I mean, are you working them hard? You focusing on conditioning? How would you approach this week if you're Mike Brown?
Yeah, well, I think it's a great time to work them pretty hard. Not saying you work them long, but you work them hard. Because you got he's got some ideas and several things that he likes what he's seen lately, and really focus on those things. Try to get better at what you're good at, type thing. And so I think it's coming at a good time. A lot of times you say, well, they're really playing good, but the time off, they've had a lot of games and little dings and this, that, and the other, and so they can focus on a few things to get better. And I'll be surprised if they don't come out against New Orleans and really, really play well.
Coach, I made this comment a while ago. I'm wondering what you think of it. It's funny. We have this in-season tournament. We know how you feel about that, and it's designed to make some of these November, December games more meaningful. But the West is so, competitive. These games are about as meaningful as December games have ever been, aren't they?
Oh my goodness, yes. When you look at it, and I check the standings every day, and really, Oklahoma City and Dallas look like they're pretty well set, and maybe Memphis and Houston. So they look a little more solid, but really, when you're looking at the 5th spot, regardless of that's wide open. And certainly the Kings could feel like they've got just as good a chance as anybody at that spot. And it's going to be that way. And of course, some of the teams maybe that are better now will have maybe struggle a little bit. Who knows? But yeah, this thing is wide open. And like I say, this in-season tournament. Is it still going on?
Yeah. I know, right? They play again tonight, Jerry. Hey, what do the Kings need, man? Like, I feel like these last couple of games, the sense of urgency to make a move seems to have quieted down a little bit, but we know this team still isn't there yet. Where do you see some holes with this squad right now?
Well, I think, we've talked about it so much. Length, certainly at the wings, and, a power guy. And, I listen to you guys. A Herb Jones would solve most of the problems, that sort of thing, because, I think that's the danger is you kind of playing better, and you get to thinking, well, we're okay. Well, I don't think you are. I still think you have the same needs, and I think they know that. It's just, you hope you can mix and match, and Coach Brown's doing a great job, finding guys, Isaac Jones is giving them real lift at times and finding guys, and you're waiting for Carter and all that, but still a little more size and athleticism and, it's like you guys mentioned, and Herb Jones, of course. I think John Collins. I'm just amazed how well he's playing, and probably his price just went up double from what it was probably during the summer. But, there's guys out there. And I think the Kings really should make a move to try to get some more size and length.
Jerry, we know that you coached Danny Ainge. Can't you talk to him and get some kind of sweetheart deal for the Kings for John Collins? You and he you guys are very close, weren't you?
We have a good relationship, and I wouldn't trust him any further than I could throw him. I know Danny.
Yeah.
And so no, I wouldn't have you if I were Monty McNair. I'd be very, very skeptical. Let's put it that way. You just kind of go in there and just say, now, Danny, I know you're going to insult me, so just get it over with early on.
The Kings have two guys who've been great finishers. We know that. They still appear to be struggling at times when, at the end of close games. Is that something that they're still figuring things out with this group?
I kind of think so. And I mean, they're both terrific generally at finishing, and they're both unselfish guys, and they seem like I still think they're sorting out should I do this or should he do that, and not wanting to step on each other's toes, and they got to get past that and just go do what they do. I mean, they're both darn near unguardable. They're going to get good shots, and so I mean, it's a nice problem to have. But I really do. I sense that there's almost too much unselfishness with those guys, and they don't want to step on each other's toes. Well, go step on some toes. Go do what you do.
Hey, Jerry, they got a big game coming up on Thursday, trying to exercise some demons with the New Orleans Pelicans. New Orleans is banged up. But does that even matter? I get the sense New Orleans probably comes into this game thinking, all right, we got the Kings. This is a team we own. We could get this one. Just tell me about this matchup and having lost 6 in a row last season to these guys.
Well, there is some payback due, as you know, Kyle. I mean, you can't beat these guys bad enough, long enough, as far as I'm concerned, and the team ought to feel that way. And you might, Coach Brown probably won't have to remind them, but he probably ought to. They're banged up, but they still got some quality players. McCollum is back, and DeJounte Murray's trying to find his way. Now Ingram is, as usual, is probably not going to be available, and so all that. But if I'm the Kings, I don't care who you trot out there. We owe you a beating.
Does this Kings team need to have a balanced attack to be at its very best? We've seen De'Aaron Fox have some tremendous games. If there's a void there, he can fill it. But does this team need to have a more democratic approach if they're going to be at their best?
Well, I think so. I mean, I think you've got, certainly with DeRozan, Fox, and now Monk. I mean, and Sabonis. I mean, you got 4 guys that are capable of averaging 20 points a game. Now, that's not likely going to happen. But the best chance the Kings have got to win and consistently is really being terrific offensively, and they've got guys that can do it. So, but I like, in my mind, De'Aaron obviously is capable of scoring 30 a game, but he might be better, and the team might be better at 25, and same way with DeRozan. Instead of maybe being a 25-point a game guy, maybe the team's better with him at 22, but making sure Monk and Sabonis and then Keegan gets going in the bench. So whatever it takes to get you to your 120-some game, which is really almost what they need to be getting.
Jerry,
that was a shot at their defense, by the way.
Oh, was it a shot? All right.
120. I don't see the bad boy Pistons there, fellas.
Oh, they're not locking them down like that, Jerry.
I don't believe they are.
Jerry, they're coming off 2 nice wins. Obviously, everything's seemed to be clicking these last couple of games. How much of that is who this team is right now, or is it because of the competition? Do we need to still see more from this Kings team to be, all right, we're a believer now?
Oh, we need to see more. There's no question. I mean, certainly they played well. The competition wasn't that strong, but they did what they needed to do, and that's what really counts. But, I think there's a constant, and they know that if they want to really contend in the West and get one of those top 6 spots, they've got to play better and play better consistently, especially at home. And that, even with the New Orleans coming in, that needs to be reminded. It's a home game, fellas, and we're supposed to win all of these.
Jerry, we appreciate it. I hope you're having a merry holiday season, and we'll talk to you next week.
Well, I am. Just talking to you guys perks me up a little bit, so I feel pretty good. And and hey, by the way, Whitey, your Niners played good.
Still in it, Jerry.
Don't count them out yet.
The heart is still beating, just barely.
Still just a little tiny thump going on in there.
Right. All right. We'll talk to you. Thank you.
See you guys.
All right, Jerry.
Take it easy. With all this talk of potential trades, at some point, I would respectfully request you update your D list that you had. Remember last year? Yeah. At some point there.
What, throw Herb Jones?
Well, just update it.
I could do that. Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
I would love to know who's on your D list.
Tomorrow. We got a 4-hour show tomorrow, too. Yeah, tomorrow, a new Drake's D list coming.
Yeah, the Kings are among teams discussing the acquisition of whom? That's next on Sacktown Sports.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Shriners Children's Northern California, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Seasons change, but if you hope to stay healthy, your body needs to stay active year-round, whether that's in the gym or on the trail or at work, and that's where the Good Feet store can help. Good Feet's personalized arch support system supports all 4 arches, relieving pain in your feet, knees, hips, and back. And Good Feet arch supports are HSA and FSA eligible. Visit goodfeet.com for an appointment or stop in for a free fitting. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
It's Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room. And guess what? Primetime football is back. Capital Casino is giving away $500 per game in high hand bonuses for every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday night primetime game. As always, offering the best food, the best service, and the best action with the most variety of games in the region, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. So check them out, Capital Casino, and always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one, and if you want to save on a new Ford, you gotta drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with 0 down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. If I
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
Somehow we started talking about the possibility of the Kings acquiring Herb Jones today. All we know is that according to reports, teams have started asking the Pelicans whether Herb Jones might be available. We don't know whether he is or not, but we've let our imaginations run wild, and the chat is full of comments now on what a great acquisition that would be. Of course it would. As Jerry Reynolds said, that would solve a lot of problems. Amadrox says, Herb Jones would be great. He killed the Kings last year. Get him out of NOLA. On and on. Farmer Bleasy, 22. Herb Jones would be amazing. Him and Keegan work out together in the offseason, too. It'd be great. It's just it still looks like a very long putt because, again, we don't even know if he's actually going to be made available. How about another guy that Jerry mentioned? I think you kind of like this guy, Jay. John Collins. My understanding is you're something of a John Collins fan.
Well, I think he brings a lot to the table. And so I'm a fan of anyone that's going to ball and bring something to the table. And, the other thing he has that the Kings lack is size, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that we got everyone here in Sacramento, fans, radio, TV, whoever, if you're part of the Kings Kingdom, you've talked about it. So I like what John Collins, and I consistently keep on saying, I think he is way more athletic than most people believe because I try to pay attention to him a little bit. I mean, when he plays the Kings, he plays decent.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, let me ask you something.
Let me ask Drake, what'd you bring in? What do you got?
Got some baklava.
Okay. Sorry.
Got some pecan something or other. I got some 7.
That was.
Sorry, I'm late.
No,
I'll tell you what. I tell you,
you got goodies.
I know you guys got, you're talking about something, but I can't go downstairs, bro.
Yeah, because everybody want
to catch it up. Yo, what's going on? Yo, you left your car window open. Yo, I was at this golf tournament. And Whitey's up here holding down the show.
Holding it down.
I'm out of breath running back up.
You know that you're trying to find people who will talk to you.
So I'm knocking on doors.
Anybody in here? I see you in there.
Yeah. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about
that's all right.
that.
Jan, you were going to say
because you were talking about Herb Jones and if he's going to be available. Let's just say he is available. And I want to take you back to last season, even though I said I won't be talking about last season. PJ Washington, Dallas Mavs, first round pick. He changed the narrative of what was going on in Dallas. Could Herb Jones, who is people know he's a good ball player. He's not a star, he's not the high impact guy, but people respect him and they know what he brings to the table. Could Herb Jones be this year's PJ Washington if that was to happen?
I think he's better.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But
that's why I kind of compared him to OG.
That's tough.
And Ginobili?
Yeah.
OG,
he's a really good defender.
That's tough.
But see, like you say, Dallas made that move, and they also got Drape's guy, Gafford.
Right, they made 2 moves.
Get 2 guys.
Yeah, they need 2 moves.
They need Herb Jones and Robert Williams III.
And Gafford, or Robert Williams III. You still high on that, Robert Williams III?
I am, but I wanted to see what you guys thought of this. The reason I brought up John Collins. The end in the chat says, John Collins making $26.5 million on this team. If we were to trade for him, doesn't sit well. How does he help this team exactly, other than being a 6'9" big body? And then he says, I get it. He shoots threes. He doesn't block shots. That's from the end. Thank you.
All right. I don't even want to address this comment. And I understand the listeners may not tune in on Monday or Thursday of last week. But to me, the whole John Collins explanation, that ship has sailed, Whitey. We've been talking John Collins for a year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, DN. If you don't know by now, you ain't going to know, big fella. I can't.
If you don't know me by now, you will never know me.
John Collins.
And I've been the anti-John Collins guy on the show, and I'm running out of things to say.
John Collins he can rebound the ball. He's a lob threat. He upgrades the talent on our team. That's all you need to know. And we talked about his contract and what you'd have to give up. And, that's a lot,
just to make it match.
Just to make it match. But in terms of a basketball player, you can't tell me that he does not upgrade the talent on our team. And I'm a firm believer, Whitey, that John Collins is the type, if you put him in a more stable, winning environment, you'll get the best out of him. Right now, he's just putting up numbers for a bad team. I don't mind John Collins coming here and being a 15-8 guy and being a fourth option. Like, that's exactly what we need. And so, but the money, I get it. Trying to match salaries and everything, you got to do that. But in terms of a basketball player, I don't see how anybody can really, diss what John Collins is. I'm not asking him to be an all-star. I'm not asking him to be my second option. I'm asking him to be my fourth option.
I think last year you could have made that argument, and I did. And right now he's just playing so well.
Right.
It's hard to quibble with anything other than, the salary is interesting, and it's a relevant point because you look at what you'd have to give up to get him. What I would like about that, and I still think it's going to be too cost prohibitive, but what I like about John Collins is that he would help you in two areas. He does have size, and you need some length, and you can always, in my opinion, you can never have too much shooting. And he's shooting the ball really well.
43.5%. And not only that, Whitey, look at his free throw shooting. John Collins this year, 92% from the field.
Wow.
Wow is
You don't
right.
shoot 92% unless you are a good shooter.
That's what I'm saying. And so I think he was toiling away in Atlanta. He's toiling away in Utah. Nobody's really talking about him. But this dude's an 18-point per game, 8.3 rebound in 28 minutes.
And in the past, I've made the case that empty numbers. But everybody with the Jazz is saying he's playing great.
He's playing great.
He may be our best player right now.
Exactly. John Collins is a solid player. He's a very good player that I think would fit in perfectly.
Herder after the game?
Yeah, you saw that. Little whisper, little buddy, John's like, yo, what you think of Sac, Kevin? Oh, Sac is lit, bro. Come on over. It could be something like that. Like, I would be on board with John Collins. But here's the thing. With Malik in the starting lineup now, where does John Collins fit in?
Probably has to come off the bench.
Which I think he would be okay with.
Yeah.
He's coming off the bench in Utah for most of this season, half the season so far. Like, you talk about bolstering our bench. Can you imagine him and Kevin, coming off our bench?
Depends what's important to him, right? Because he's from there, isn't he? He's from Utah, I think. I don't know if he's from Salt Lake
Is he
City.
from Utah
I think that's
originally?
One of the reasons they
Well,
got him.
he was a military guy, though. So his family, born in Layton, Utah, but went to high school in West Palm Beach, Florida. He bounced around.
All right.
Yeah, he bounced around.
Yeah. So does he want to go to a team that has a chance to win something, or
He probably should at this point in his career, right? And the thing about John Collins, Whitey, he's 27. Just turned 27 in September. It's not like he's 32. This guy got a good 5 years of really solid basketball ahead of him.
It's looking right now like maybe you had your chance to get him, and now, as Jerry said, the price is going up.
The price is up. The price of the brick is going up, right? And so, like, if I'm the Lakers, I'm looking at John Collins. If I'm maybe not Golden State, may not fit there. If I'm Sacramento, I'm looking at John Collins. To me, there are a number of teams that he could help.
That gets back to that point that to me is a little daunting in that there are so many other teams you're competing with who are also looking for help. And in some cases, they're looking at the same guys.
Yeah.
I think it was Evan Sidery who had this. Kings among teams checking in on Cam Johnson. So have the Grizzlies, the Lakers, the Magic, and the Warriors.
And those are all teams looking to buy.
Yeah.
Those are all teams looking to make a run for it. Let me ask you this, too, as we talk about this and all these guys. And I could look back to last year with, the moves Dallas made that we talked about. If you don't do something and get somebody, your rival will.
Yes. I agree with that.
You know
100%.
what I mean? Like, all right, okay. You may not want this guy, but this other team, like, for instance, we talked about Dallas last year. You and I had talked about, Daniel Gafford and PJ and some of the moves, like, man, they would look good here. Well, Dallas said, yeah, they would. And they went and got him, and look how it. And so whether it's Collins, whether it's Herb Jones, whoever, if they're moved, somebody in the West is going to get them probably. Golden State's going to re-up. Lakers are going to improve. And you don't want to be the Kings just sitting back.
More from Evan Sidery. The Trailblazers have a strong trade market developing for Robert Williams. The Bucks, Lakers, Suns, Rockets are among the contending teams who've recently checked in on Williams, averaging 9.6 points, 6 rebounds, 1.9 blocks, and 18.7 minutes per game. Yes, I know.
No Kings?
They're not on that list. He just said they're among the teams. Didn't we have some earlier?
Sacramento.
Yeah. Didn't we have some report earlier that they had asked about him? Yeah. Jay says that's correct.
I don't remember from who, but yeah.
I don't either. But again, the point is, you're not the only team asking about some of these guys.
Yeah, that's the thing. The competition is going to be healthy, man, for these guys. Healthy, no doubt about it. And so you may have to overpay a little bit. Like, I don't think now's the time, Whitey, to sit back and be cheap in terms of assets. Like, I don't need to see the Warriors go for it. I don't need to see the Lakers. I don't need to see the Nuggets get better. Like, our window is really right now.
Yes. There's a big problem with that.
Ooh, okay.
And we'll tell you what that is when we come right back to Sacktown Sports.
Thursday night, Kings and Pelicans. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 3:30. Tip-off at 5. Your exclusive home for the Sacramento Kings is Sacktown Sports 1140.
Thanks to Total Wine, you saved more on all the gifts for the ones you adore. Wine, spirits, beers, all nestled on shelves.
Curbside pickup and delivery available, and the lowest prices for over 30 years only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly. B21.
This Christmas, the NFL is live on Netflix, and it's a gift you can't wrap. On December 25th, Netflix will be the home for 2 NFL Christmas Day games. At 1 p.m. Eastern, the 2024 Super Bowl winning Kansas City Chiefs face the Pittsburgh Steelers, followed by the Baltimore Ravens versus the Houston Texans at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a holiday tradition you won't want to miss. Watch live only on Netflix. You won't want to miss it.
It's not your average holiday season. Hold on to your hard hats because starting Monday, December 13th, Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet is unwrapping the biggest power tool sale Sacramento has ever seen. We're turning up the heat with 12 days of unbeatable prices on all your favorite Makita products and much more. Free batteries with tools, free tools with batteries, and bare tools starting at just $99. Come on down and give us a visit at 6701 Power and Road in Sacramento, or shop our Christmas deals online at fastenersinc.net. Fasteners Inc. Tool Outlet. Better tools, better prices.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. It's Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Good Guys Heating and Cooling. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
KHD 1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. Live and local, it's The Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Christmas is in the air, and so are NBA trade rumors today. For some reason, dealing with a blizzard of rumors.
Blizzard.
Not rumors stating that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. They're just rumors along the lines of, this team is making this guy available.
Right.
These teams are asking about that guy. But it's incredible. For some reason today, there's just a flurry of them, Drapes.
Yeah, Evan Sidery's been a big guy.
Yeah.
A busy guy today.
Uh-huh.
And,
Ever since he was on our show, he's really gone big time.
I wonder how many followers he got just from our show. Like, seriously. And, here's the thing, man, too. I'll say this. I feel like it's teams getting the word out there that we're open for business. Let's go. Make your offers. Let's go.
Agents sometimes route, right? Letting teams know, hey, my guy is looking for a better situation.
Exactly. So, no, it's, hopefully the Kings are in the mix for some of these players that are talking about.
Obviously, it's a lot easier to sit here looking at the computer and say, well, I would get this guy and I would get that guy than it is to actually get him. But to the point Drapes made before we went to break, if the Kings decide to pass this time around, and if they do, maybe there's good reason. But the risk of that is you pass. Nothing was right for us. You end up with teams passing you by, and then you're stuck in the middle again, which is the last place you want to be in the NBA, right? Not bad enough to have a legitimate chance to get great talent in the draft and not good enough to actually win anything. You don't want to be in that area.
Yeah, and sports really is the ultimate keep up with the Joneses kind of thing, because when you look at it, 2 years ago, 3rd seed for the Kings, where our future was brighter at the time than Minnesota. Dallas, we were laughing at. Remember Kyrie and Luka at first didn't work out. The Rockets weren't going anywhere. Clippers, we were better than. We were the best team in California. Remember that? And so if you don't do it, then other teams, a la the Warriors, a la the Mavericks, which we saw, the Lakers, all these teams are going for it. I listed 12 teams, Whitey, 11 of them who really think they could come out of the West or at least make it to the Western Conference Finals. And that, I guarantee means they'll be active, which in turn will drive up the price. But if you ask anybody, the price to win a championship is expensive. If you win a title, it doesn't matter what you gave up. Boston paid the luxury tax, and then they re-upped again to pay it because you win the championship. You look at a team like Dallas. They were aggressive. Jay, Whitey, what's the old saying? Scared money don't make money? That's what it is. You can't be scared to do something, pull the trigger on the deal if you think it's going to help your team.
I have a question for you, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. I don't know the answer. You probably know at least part of the answer. If you don't, I apologize. Fans like to look at a team like the Kings in this situation and say, you got to pay more money. If you go into the luxury tax, you got to do it. Right now, you can't just go out and sign people, right? I mean, with the rules being what they are, even if you want to take back more salary than you give up, you literally cannot do it by rule, correct?
Correct. Yeah, and that's the thing. And this is why, I look at a team like the Warriors, and it makes me afraid of them because they have salaries melting that come off the books after this season. They got expiring contracts, which I think are going to be super valuable.
Because teams like those, right?
Teams like those, exactly. Especially in this new world of the CBA. And so when I look at the Kings, to your point, we can't just go out there and get this guy. We got to, if we're going to get somebody substantial, we probably got to give up somebody substantial as well. And so, and maybe attach a pick or two to
we
it.
always make fun of the trade machine, but you just try some of these deals with the trade machine and you get some idea. Obviously, it's much more complicated than that. But you get an idea that you can't just, we'll just trade Colby Jones and a draft pick for John Collins. You just, by rule, cannot do it.
Right. And it's crazy.
Nothing against Colby Jones.
I rarely use the trade machine, but I'm going to go there now. That's
what you say about box scores.
No, dude, I've probably used the trade machine once in 5 years. It's not my thing. That's not, I know. I'm not in mom's basement.
2 weeks ago.
That was the one time, Jay. Right? That was the one time. Yeah. Exactly.
So you've done it once in the last 2 weeks, which is more recent than once in the last 3 years.
But the whole total, and now I'm on it again too, which is a crazy thing. This is twice. You're bringing that out of me. Next thing I'm gonna be walking around with box scores like you too. But yeah, you're right. And I'm looking at our salaries too. Domas at $40 million, De'Aaron at $35 million. We're not moving off those guys, right?
Right.
DeMar and Malik, we're not moving off those guys. Then you start looking at Kevin at 16, Keegan at 6.8. We don't have the type of salaries to go get a $40 million player. Who are we just talking about that made
Jimmy Butler?
Jimmy Butler. We can't be in the market for those guys. To me, our guys are $12 million, $8 million. What's Dorian Finney-Smith at? What's Cam Johnson at?
13. Cam's close to John Collins.
He's like 18, 19, 20?
I think he's in the 20.
Ooh, that's a lot. How are we going to get that, Whitey?
Right.
We're going to have to trade a couple of key players. You know what I mean? And so, and probably attach some picks to that.
Yeah.
Too. That's what's scary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I know you don't like it when we talk about trading this guy or that guy, but just for the point of the exercise, if you wanted to go get John Collins or somebody in that price range, you would have to trade like two of these three guys, like Keegan, Herter, Trey Lyles. I mean, that's kind of where it starts. Just for it to even be feasible.
And not only that, I know, we've talked about the bench and needing to boot. Well, you get rid of two or three of those guys for one guy. Now what does your bench look like?
Yeah,
right?
You still got a problem.
Yeah, you still got a problem. I think the move to Malik into the starting lineup has changed our need for a starting caliber player. Like, so we're not the Jimmy Butlers, the Ingrams, to an extent, the John Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think, and you were on this last week, and I'm coming around to your side here. We need 6, 7, 8 guys. Like, we don't need top 5 guys.
Right.
We need 6 like that we can count. Mike Brown can count on night in and night out.
Yeah. Cam, by the way, this year 23-6.
Damn.
Next year 21-5, and then the year after that 23-6.
That's John Collins money right there.
Right. But there's also the story about how the Warriors are talking NBA trade rumors from Bleach Report. Cam Johnson, Finney-Smith, Schroeder eyed by Warriors. So maybe the Warriors go after somebody like Jimmy Butler. Maybe they get multiple pieces. So
yeah, and I'm looking at
don't
the
want
Warriors.
that to happen.
But you know what you can do?
What
is play a part in 3-team, 4-team type situations where, the big name crosses the bridge to someone else.
Yep.
But you're picking up that if Cam Johnson's going that way, you're picking up Schroeder. You're picking up someone like that. That's going to help you, like you said, Drapes, to 6, 7, 8, 9. 10,
Yeah.
Like, and let me ask you guys this. Are you guys okay moving forward for the rest of the entire season? And I know I'm asking you guys to prognosticate, something you can't do, but are you good moving forward with Kevin Herter being your 6th man this year?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think those are the questions we have to start to ask. Where I'm with you, Drake. Like, the 5 looks good on paper.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do battle with the starting 5. But they all need a break sooner or later, right?
Yeah, it's like Alan says here. I agree with Kyle. We should be trading for someone who is a rotational bench player.
Yeah.
Yes.
But a top line guy.
Or somebody who just helps you. Someone's not like, he was okay 4 years ago. But someone you know that guy's going to help us.
Which is a top line guy.
Yeah, sure. Here's one on the text line. Otra idea, el área del parquero del hospital es una gran área. I don't know what that means, but that's. I just thought
area
around
the horse.
One
idea.
The area around the hospital is a good area.
That's.
Thank you.
Is that meant for? I think they texted the wrong number on that one.
Probably.
In fact, real quick though, too, fellas. I look at a team like the Warriors. When I look at their situation, they're going to have to give up 3 or 4 or 5 guys for Jimmy Butler also.
Yep.
Because they're Steph, Wiggins, and Draymond, unless they include a Wiggins in the deal.
Which
probably they would. Wiggins, Kuminga, like, you got to give up 3 or 4 guys. And I think, when you look at this team, and Jay asked about Kevin Herter, Jay, I will answer your question by saying, yes, I am comfortable with Kevin Herter being my 6th man. What I've seen the last couple of games,
especially the way he played last game.
It showed me like that's the best he's looked coming off the bench in a Kings uniform these last couple of games.
But I think they still need more than that.
So then that's the question.
Yeah, they definitely need.
Right.
But just that one position, 6 man. But they still need a 7th, 8th man too.
So, but I started that with building upon that, and you're going where I was going. Why do you snowballing? Since where Christmas time is, if you're okay with him being your 6th man, you're looking for a 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
So now you're looking for the best 7, the best 8, the best 9.
Right.
And in retrospect, fellas, is that most people's 6th player. You feel where I'm going? Like, you're kind of looking for everybody's Malik Monk, even though Malik Monk's a starter now.
Yeah.
kind of for the most part.
It's almost like Moneyball.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you're looking for the Bruce Brown. You're looking for, Schroeder's. You're looking for guys who are going to be, you're kind of looking for a Torian Prince. You're looking for a 6-man type, capable 6-man of the year type guy.
Yeah. And that's probably easier to do that. It's never easy, but it's probably easier in the off season, right? To find some of those guys.
Yeah, because everybody and their mom looking for those guys.
What about Cody Martin?
Love it.
Love it.
I'm with that. I think he's a great 7, 8, 9.
According to reports, Charlotte is willing to deal him.
7, 8, 9.
I'm
with you.
8 point something.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jay. 7, 8, 9, man. I'm with you.
Yeah,
a bench guy, not a starter, but a bench guy.
And I like his attitude. You know, one thing about it is he's not going to be no pushover. He's not fleet of feet. But the one thing about it is he's going to bring attitude.
He would help you.
He would help
put him
you.
on the teams like, wow,
rotation
you're
guy.
better. Yeah. We're going to turn our attention back to the upcoming 49ers and Rams clash. Kirk Morrison, the former Raider, he does some pre and post game work for the Rams. He joins us next on Sacktown Sports.
Get huge year-end savings on the all-new 2025 Silverado now at Maida Chevy.
With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on select new 2025 half-ton Silverado LT and RST.
And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area.
$8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing needs in some of their offers.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. And get this, Napoleon Grill's Black Friday Cyber Mondays include a limited time $300 off their top-selling Phantom Grill and 15% off all gas, kettle, and travel grills. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you happy holidays. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. And participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
DC here, and if you've been thinking about a new car, don't miss year-end savings at Folsom Lake Kia. Hurry in for low payments and zero-down deals with approved credit. Folsom Lake Kia, over 25 years, right here in Folsom.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite Dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729. Or visit us at PowerCopiers.com.
Here's what I recognize, living an open life. Brothers wanna have
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Well, the 49ers have a rather crucial contest coming up against their hated arch rivals Thursday night as we get ready for the 49ers and the Rams. Nice enough to join us, an 8-year NFL veteran. 5 of those, of course, with the Oakland Raiders. Not the Las Vegas Raiders. The Oakland
the Black Hole Raiders.
Yes,
I
yes.
won't boo him, but he's my guy.
Yes.
I respect Kirk, but he is a Raider.
Yes. ESPN college football analyst, Rams pre- and post-game host of LA Gridiron Weekly, the one and only Kirk Morrison. How are you today, Kirk?
I'm doing great. How are we doing today, fellas?
We're doing great. Can I just ask you, you being from Oakland, we've been talking about this for so many years now. How did we get to the point where Oakland had their basketball team leave and the Raiders left, and now the baseball team?
Why are you doing that to him, man?
Because I'm
that's not how we
commiserating.
welcome our guest in.
I'm commiserating because I think it's terrible.
I mean, money talks, and if you build it, they will come. I mean, I mean, I don't know what else to really say. I mean, the Raiders moved to Las Vegas, but they still have a strong contingent. They are Raider Nation. So,
yeah.
The fan base has not died off. It's just that you got to go to Vegas to see them. With the A's, I think that's a little bit different. I think that has a lot of greed. They didn't want to build a stadium, and so they took off. And the Warriors started in San Francisco. They came to Oakland. They go back to San Francisco. I can't really be mad at that. They built a nice little brand new shiny arena. But that still doesn't take away the memories of what these teams brought to me in my childhood. So they'll forever be my hometown teams.
Well done.
All right. Well, and all right. I was just, defending my guy. I had his back.
I do too. I have Oakland's back. That's why I asked him.
Hey, Kirk, you look at this Niners team, man, as we shift closer to home here. Nice little win, albeit against, a CFL team and the Chicago Bears, if you will. Because the Bears ain't that good, Kirk. Let's keep it real. With that being said, when you look at it, I'm an Eagles fan, and I have not put dirt on the Niners just yet. I have not buried them just yet. With 4 games left to go, can they make any kind of push, or is just the injuries too much to overcome?
Not just the injuries too much to overcome. I mean, guys are unhappy. I mean, Deebo Samuel's not getting the ball, letting everybody know. So to me, you have turmoil with that. The injuries are already one in which is going to be difficult to overcome, but it's been like that all season long. But my big thing is that the quarterback has to continue to keep playing at a high level to make sure that this team even has an opportunity. So to me, I just think it's a lot that goes into week in and week out that the opponent makes a lot of sense. This is a team that you know well in the Rams. So you give them an opportunity, but at the same time, though, man, it's just like it always happens like this for the Niners, right? They have a great year, then they come back with a bad year. Great year, bad year. And this, to me, kind of falls in that line for this is just one of the years that they just don't have it, even though they went all in.
Kirk Morrison with us. And Kirk, I saw on X how excited you were after the Rams clinched that win over the Bills. How much did that shootout win take out of the Rams on a short week in your estimation?
Not really. I mean, they beat the best team in the NFL. I'm still riding on the high from that. I think the players are too. And now they get to back it up on Thursday night against the division rival. That if you beat them on Thursday, you've now beaten them and swept the series. And so now it puts you in a better position to get to the playoffs and almost eliminates the 49ers. So whatever it took out of you, actually it may bring back more energy, more excitement, especially knowing that the 49ers couldn't get it done over in Buffalo, and yet you took care of the business for the Niners on your home turf.
Kirk Morrison joining us. Kirk, you watch what they were able to do against the Bills the other day. I'm talking about the Rams, and I look at this Niners defense as it got some holes in it, to say the least. Chicago withstanding. Is that an area where you think the Rams can exploit this Niners defense, whether through the ground game, with Williams, or in the passing attack too?
It's going to be interesting what the Rams deploy, just because I feel like, and this just depends on how you feel. Matthew Stafford showed everybody last week that on the big stage, he outdueled Josh Allen. Josh Allen had an amazing game. If you say what's the advantage this week to the game, I would say the Rams have the better quarterback, Matthew Stafford over Brock Purdy. I think the Rams have the best running game right now. Running backs currently, Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, and I don't even know who plays running back for the 49ers right now. Garendo went down. Elijah Mitchell. Seriously. So I say that to say this is that how do you attack the 49ers? I don't know. That's the question. Do you go after the linebackers a little bit? The Rams last week deployed 10 personnel. That means 4 wide receivers, 1 running back. They forced the Bills to have to cover, and they didn't do a good job in doing that. So now, guess what? Mustafa, Ufunga, get your cover shoes together because they're going right after you. And a crazy stat that I was looking at this week, the Rams actually lead the National Football League in pass interference penalties yards drawn. So you can't cover them. They got speed. They got Puka Nacua. This is going to be a fun matchup on Thursday, and I think just equal because of the rivalry between both teams, that when they play, especially at this time of year, it truly means something. And both teams fighting for the playoffs. It almost feels like Thursday is kind of sort of like an elimination game. So I feel like both teams are going to really, empty out the tool belt, use everything that they got.
Kirk Morrison with us. He's a Rams analyst and, of course, an ESPN college football analyst as well, former Oakland Raider. Just to answer your question, Kirk, and I'm not belittling the guy, but Patrick Taylor Jr. would be the next man up at running back if Garando can't go. Yeah. So that's where that is. Could you tell us, as a guy who played linebacker at the highest level, what do you think are the biggest differences between Kyle Shanahan and Sean McVay's offensive philosophies? Because I know they're rooted in the same principles. So in what ways do they differ?
I think what it differs is that some of the players that you have. I think that when you look at the 49ers offense, it can be very tight end centric. It can be also kind of a hybrid player, like with Deebo Samuel and what he's able to do. When Christian McCaffrey is available, that's what it seems that the offense is predicated on playmakers rather than the actual quarterback, right? Quarterback just has to make the right decision. I look at Sean McVay's offense, and there was a reason why he had to kind of steer away from Jared Goff, because he wanted it to be about the playmakers with a quarterback who can make the right decision. Now, this offense is based on the quarterback. Now going to the line of scrimmage and seeing, it's a all-out pressure, and to be able to audible at the line of scrimmage to Puka Nacua, and next thing you know, you've got a touchdown and you're beating the Buffalo Bills. Like, that's where I see the offense has changed. It's on the shoulders of the quarterback in Sean McVay's offense, where I feel like we've all said this before, right? Kyle Shanahan schemes up a lot of great things, and we see so many wide open. I remember they had a stat, right? What was it? WAO, the stat was for Kyle Shanahan, for every time the receivers were wide ass open. Like, that's just one thing that Kyle Shanahan always had. But it was like, wow, any quarterback can play in this offense because it's so, quarterback friendly. But that's what I think the difference has been. That offense has been schemed, quite nicely. You're looking for the right quarterback. Purdy fits that mold. McVay, totally different. It is all about the quarterback, and obviously his ball placement and what Stafford's been doing, that kind of shows and improves to the point of why both offenses are different.
Wow, that's really interesting.
Right. Yeah. WAO, I got to use that. Yeah, use that stat. I got to use that stat. Kirk, is there trouble in paradise in Philadelphia? I'm looking at them. They're winning games, but now A.J. Brown's unhappy. The passing game is dismal right now. 100 yards the other day. Is there trouble in paradise out there? Something I should be concerned about?
Man, you tell me. You tell me. I mean, you got the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
You got an opportunity that you could be at the top of the NFC. If Buffalo is still angry that they lost to the Rams and they beat the Kansas City, and they beat the if Detroit loses this week to Buffalo, then the Philadelphia Eagles could be right there tied atop the NFC, and A.J. Brown is looking like somebody stole his dog. Like, you just won the football game.
Right.
What are you angry about? Oh, passing. What you mean passing? You should be talking about how this team is going to be able to go out and finish strong and possibly be the number one seed in the NFC with an offense that has, arguably the best back in the NFL this season in Saquon Barkley. A lot of guys who are young, hungry, thirsty. We've seen it. And yet we're talking about a guy who over the last two games just hasn't been happy about his role in the offense. And to me, that's more than trouble in paradise. Like, dude, y'all won on Sunday, and this dude came up like he's in like the team's on a 5-game losing streak.
Last one, Kirk. We'll let you go. We appreciate your time. I'm just wondering what you thought of the way the Dallas Cowboys inexplicably lost that game last night. They block a punt. Looks like, you're set up to win the game right there. You end up with a muffed punt. Bengals get the ball, go down and score. You lose again. As a former player, what do you think when you see something like that happen?
I mean, do you guys have kids, by the way?
Yep.
Children?
Yeah.
You know how, like, you're doing something at home or you're out in public or whatever, and your kids do something, you say, God, I thought they knew that. I thought they knew they weren't supposed to do that. And you realize you have to tell them over and over again, even though you think they know, tell them again one more time.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes they just make decisions and you're saying, why would you do that? And that's what I saw with the Cowboys last night. Amani Anrurie. I don't know if nobody messed his name up, but, you know, kid out of Penn State, you know, played on the lines a little bit, was called up from the practice squad. He's just trying to make a play. He's in an opportunity to go out there and you know, he's on special teams and, you know, bad part, he tries to go out and grab the football. Like, it's just inexplicable. But I understand that you're in a situation where you're trying to make a play. Your team is trying to go out and do something, and yet this is what happens, right? You think that they know, and yet they make a mistake like that, and it shouldn't have cost them the game, but it was just at a crucial moment that part definitely did cost them the football game. We should be talking about how their defense couldn't stop Jamar Chase, but now we're talking more about the special teams blunder of the Cowboys rather than them not being able to stop Jamar Chase.
Captain Kirk, white lie, real quick. We got to get you, of course, you're ESPN college football analyst. Give me a quick 60-second breakdown of who you got for the Nash coming up this year.
You know what? I don't even know, man. It's going to be tough because obviously, and this is what I was hoping, but I was saying last week, we can really, I don't know who Georgia is. You know, Georgia with their quarterback Carson Beck being injured last week, now possibly won't even play. So who is the front runner right now? Is it Oregon? Is Texas now a team that you think can go out and play? Notre Dame? I mean, I'm just happy that we have this expanded playoff. We've got more eyeballs, more attention. It's going to be fun to watch. The longest college football season ever, by the way, is this season. And I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. More opportunities. And look, we're going to see some upsets, and maybe we get an upset in who wins the national championship. But, you know, could Oregon, all this time, all the uniforms, all the glitz and glamour, can they finally win a national championship? Right? Can they finally do it? Like, win it, not just be in it, but win it. So that's what I'm looking at for this college football season. And I can't wait for the bowl season to start off. I'll be out Tuesday at the Frisco Bowl in Texas, West Virginia, and Memphis. So that's the first one of a couple that I got during the bowl season, man. So definitely tune in.
We will, Kirk.
All
We'll
right.
be watching for you. Thanks for your time very much. We appreciate it. Happy holidays. We'll talk to you soon.
Sorry, you got it, fellas.
All right, bro. All right,
Yeah.
man.
My apologies to 49er fans who had to sit there and listen to an Eagles fan and a Rams announcer belittling.
No, I did not belittle. I did not.
Or at least talk about
legit
what about
questions.
the Eagles and what about the Rams. I thought Jay showed great restraint as well.
I asked legit questions out there.
You
know?
did.
So
You did. And he's right. I mean, it's like an elimination game.
it really is.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. Must win, right? This is it.
Mm-hmm. When we come back, we'll take a look at how aware NBA players are of their stats during games. It might surprise you. We'll see when we come back next. Sacktown Sports.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the Capitol for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Shriners Children's Northern California, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Another frosty start Wednesday with some patches of fog. Temperatures will be near 60 in the afternoon with increasing clouds and rain at night. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call.
If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges where you just check in and chill out. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
The holidays are always a great time to get together with family and friends, but nothing beats the thrill of Stockton Honda's deals. During Happy Honda Days, find the perfect ride in person or online. With over 400 new Hondas ready to go, now is the time to buy at Northern California's #1 Honda dealer, Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Number one claims based on 2023 total new and Honda certified pre-owned vehicle car sales from
got to, you know, some
gotta have something from
sneakers
Santa
and-
at least.
Yeah,
right
you got.
under the
Yeah,
tree.
she'll have some stuff. She'll have. You know, I got to look at her slideshow that she sent me of Christmas. Her wish list. You know, it was a slideshow.
Wow.
That she put together, and so with the prices and everything. Of
You
how
sent
much
her a
it-
slideshow of your trip.
Right,
to
exactly.
Vancouver,
Right
including
there it
the
is. Right,
receipts.
exactly,
I'm kidding.
exactly.
I'm kidding.
So, but yeah, I got to. I'll hook her up with something. You know that.
So does Nick come around and go, Dad, that was a really nice present.
No, he didn't. He didn't say anything. You know, because he's at the age too where all his gifts are expensive. You know, you can't buy $25 shoes or $40. Like,
didn't you just get him golf clubs for his birthday or something?
Yeah, I did get him golf clubs.
And they
Don't
were
tell
nice
me.
Kirkland ones, right?
No, they were better than the clubs I got, and I spent a pretty penny on my clubs. I ain't even going.
Yeah.
So these kids might get a lump of coal, maybe, or something like that. Like they, shoot, I'm tapped out, man. No mas. I might be done to big gifts.
What was the best gift you ever got for Christmas? Maybe not the biggest, maybe, I don't know, but does anything come to mind like one gift you're like, oh, that was it?
I only remember one gift.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, and that's a new bike.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing was, you know, my parents didn't have it under the tree. And so I came down, opened gifts, and, you know, and they're like, there's one more. I'm like, oh yeah, where? So I walked down the hallway, you know, and from the living room to the dining room, then into the kitchen. And I'm like, where is it? And I had walked right past it. It was like right there with a bow. It's a red bike. I remember this. I was probably like 12, maybe something like that. That's the only gift I actually remember.
Did you have it for a while? Did it
I
serve you
think
well?
the bully might have stole it. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But yeah, it served me well. Yeah, it served me well. But that's the one gift I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you? Would you get a Red Rocket, you know, flyer like Christmas?
No, there used to be a game called Pro Bowl live action football, and it was big, and it had figures, and it was a football game, but you like the runner was on a motor, and you turn it on and put the ball in there, and then the defense had defenders on these.
Not the little ones you're
carriages.
talking.
No, these are bigger.
Those
than
are
that.
big size.
But it was
Wow.
all like you would roll your guy at the ball carrier on a motor and physically try to knock him over. I remember my brothers would go blitz and just obliterate the whole. Yeah, but it was really cool. And I remember my grandparents came over Christmas Eve. We used to open our presents Christmas Eve, which is a kind of a Lutheran thing.
Okay.
And I knew it wasn't under the tree because it wasn't there. And then my grandfather and grandmother came over, and my grandfather had this big box. And I remember asking my mom, is that it? And she's like, she's like, yeah, no, that's not it. And I was so depressed. She had to say, no, relax. That's it. Before we even open it. And it was really cool. It was a cool game.
Yeah.
Pro Bowl, live action football.
Those, I do remember a race car set, the RC race cars used to play back in the day.
You know who's a big RC car guy?
Our boy High Flyer.
Yeah,
our boy High Flyer.
Yeah.
Competitively, right?
Yeah.
Like he's and then also speaking of the football games, the little ones.
Electric football?
Electric football. And
you guys go in a circle for 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. Takes you 20
Those
minutes
were the
to
days,
set it up.
man. Those were the days. I miss that. Kids these days, they don't understand the struggle we had.
Well, they get the coolest video games now.
No,
right?
but that sucks, man. That's not real. You can't touch that. That's not like, you had to adjust the bottom of it to, go faster or slower, the way it turned and everything. They won't understand that.
I don't know if there's ever been in history a bigger gap between how cool something looks
right
and how lame it actually is than electric football. Because it's like, this is the greatest thing ever. But when you're playing it, it's like, it's ponderous.
What I got one that might rival that. Remember the handheld electric football game? Yeah, and the guy, and it was just like little lines. It wasn't even like, but it wasn't. Can you think about that though? Like if kids saw that these days,
oh yeah,
they'd be like, "Where's the players at?
Right.
Where's the graphics and all that?"
Literally throw it away.
Right. Man, I miss those.
What was the
days.
name of that game? Because it was
which
by
one I'm
Mattel.
talking. Yeah.
It was like,
Oh man, I gotta look that up. I'm gonna look that up right now. Those were the days. I miss those games. How about a big wheel? I do remember getting a big
plastic wheel.
The plastic wheels. I do remember that
you
one.
were probably like
young.
5?
Yeah. That was
4?
Yeah. Nowadays, these kids got like electric Mercedes-Benz, like vehicles and everything.
Yeah, like hovercrafts
and everything. Shoot, we had to use our muscle, our leg muscles to pedal.
I remember there was a period where every kid had a big wheel.
Yes.
They were all over.
Those were, yeah. And man, here it is right here. Whitey, the football game. That's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Called?
What is that called? Electric football?
No.
Retro here? Hold on here.
I don't know what the name was, but yeah.
Yeah, let me see what the name.
Pretty sure you can find an eBay or something.
No,
right?
yeah. So on eBay, I see one for $28 right
You know
now.
what I'm saying?
I might just buy one for GP or a nostalgia. They don't even have the name of it. It's just electronic football and handheld player retro Mattel game.
They had a baseball one too,
They did.
And I think they had a basketball one that kind of sucked.
Yeah. Those were the days, man.
But let's be honest, I'm with you. It's like, oh, it was great. Those times are great. But the stuff they have today is way better.
Whitey, come on, man. Come on. That's why kids don't want to go outside now. Our games, we're like, all right, I'm done. Let me go outside and play. Nowadays, these kids play 6, 7, 8 hours straight.
Virtual reality goggles on.
It's a little too real out there. Twitch. They take it on the go with them.
Yeah.
Phones in the car. It's killing me, man.
It's the reverse. It was, at least when I was a child, I'm pretty sure, when you got in trouble, it was you were grounded. You couldn't go outside.
Yeah.
Now it's send me outside.
Go outside. Yeah,
man,
right?
What's out there?
Right, that's true.
Brandon Dietzman may have the chat comment of the day. Says these kids have damn Mercedes-Benz EQs with massage seats. Stockton MB just giving them away like kids.
Brandon, you lucky you my guy, man. You lucky you my guy,
That's
man.
pretty true.
That's true. Let me tell you, dude, we on our Taylor Swift trip, I rented like a Jeep. I don't even know what it is.
Compass.
Jeep Wrangler.
No, Jeep Wrangler.
Was it?
Yeah, it really was.
I was putting stuff.
Because my daughter's always wanted to ride in the Jeep.
Oh,
she's like, yeah, and excited and everything. And I'm like, all right, let's do this. I thought I was cool. It was black and everything. Man, I rode in that thing. I was like, turned to my daughter. Can't wait till we get back to the Mercedes-Benz. She's like, I know, Dad. I don't like this Jeep.
You spent a little time in it too, didn't you?
I did. I spent like 8 hours one day in that thing. And the thing was rattling and like, you feel every bump. It felt like an off-road vehicle. And so
I think it is Drapes.
I'm like Gleason. I think Jeep is a fine brand.
Oh, you try to get this dude trying to get an endorsement. Go ahead, hook
the
my guy
Mojave.
up.
You want the Mojave edition?
Right. Nah, the Jeep didn't do it for me. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, we come back.
Real quick.
Yes, please.
Real fast.
Yeah.
And not to put you on the spot, Drapes, and please don't tell us dollar for dollar. Have you went back and calculated, or you like, you know what? I'm not even gonna hurt myself like that.
How much it cost me?
Yeah,
for the trip.
Yeah. Have you like?
No, I have a ballpark figure in my head.
All right.
But the money's gone, Jay.
I'm not asking that, but I'm just saying,
I don't want to do that to myself. You know,
is it like Juan Soto money or
Juan Soto or you Adamas money? Where you at?
No, it's like Bobby Bonilla.
Or you Sevy. Or you
Sevy. Like Bobby Bonilla annual payout money. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. It was, I tell you what, I would do it again.
Worth
fellas.
it, for sure.
I would do it
by all
100% again.
One thing about it is people spend their money how they want to, and I don't argue that. We get that quite a bit here on the show. People arguing over NBA owners' monies for whatever reason. I have no clue, but spend it on what you want to. And I'm glad you guys had a great opportunity, great time. I just wonder, did you put pen to pencil?
No, I didn't. I mean, I had, like I said, I have a ballpark figure, but I'm the type, Jay, and if I'm being honest, fellas.
What's a ballpark?
I'm not even telling you. But if I'm being honest with you, in my personal life, I'm always going big. If I have a barbecue, I'm buying slabs.
That's what's up.
If we going out drinking and partying, I'm buying bottles. This is when I used to drink.
2 liters.
Yeah, I was never. It was always whatever it took to have a memorable night that night, and then I live with the consequences. That was just me. Yeah, exactly. So if we would have hung out when I drank, please, bro, you would have been. Come on, man. I'm talking bottles, shots, whatever. Let's go. But I don't do that anymore.
I'm just saying the ballpark is more like Oracle Park than it is Sutter Health Park. When you say ballpark, that's my guess.
Why are you pocket watching over here? I'm counting my pockets.
I'm just guessing.
It's all relative, right?
Yeah.
It's all relative.
We'll come back and tell you about the 2 NBA players who got into an argument during a game about their stats next
Oh.
on Sacktown Sports.
Oh, I saw that.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Another frosty start Wednesday with some patches of fog. Temperatures will be near 60 in the afternoon with increasing clouds and rain at night. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
When it's cold and rainy outside, Bonnie is leading the way home. Right now, stay warm and cozy with a full furnace tune-up, just $59. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Schedule an appointment today at Bonnie.com.
The holiday driving season is here, and my good friends over at Jiffy Lube have an awesome holiday oil change special going on right now. Get a full synthetic oil change starting at just $76.99 with a $33 off coupon online. That's right, starting at just $76.99 for up to 5 quarts of full synthetic motor oil with the online coupon. Go visit jiffylube.com right now, find a location near you, and get that $33 off full synthetic oil change coupon now. Most vehicles are covered, especially vehicles and diesel or extra. You got to show the coupon for discount. See the store for details. Happy holidays from Jiffy Lube.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Lowe's knows how to help you save time and money, no matter the job. That's why we can deliver supplies to your job site as soon as same day, so you have more time to get the job done. Because when you need it fast, we've got you covered. Lowe's knows pros. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes placed by 2 p.m. for same-day delivery by 8 p.m. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Here comes Floyd, throw over the middle, intercepted!
by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 12th for Thursday Night Football at Levi's Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams.
20, one block and he's in.
This battle of NFC West rivals is presented by Rakuten.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
The Drive Guys, live and local. Every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sacktown Sports.
How aware are NBA players of their stats during games, Drapes? Maybe you're not sure.
No,
but
I'm
maybe
not sure.
You hear things happen sometimes. I've heard of guys like checking their stat sheet when they're on the bench. I've heard that happening.
Yeah, I heard halftime, and stuff like that, but not a whole lot. I don't notice it a whole lot, though.
This happened a couple nights ago. I think this happened Sunday. So Miami 122, Cleveland 113 with 123 left. And there is audio of this, but I don't know if we can play it because I think some of the foul language might actually be in there. But isn't Eric Reed the play-by-play guy?
Yeah, TV play-by-play.
Eric Reed for the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
And so he's talking, there's a timeout or something, or a break in the actual whistle, I should say. And he said, now the Heat with the lead. And you can hear Bam Adebayo say to Terry Rozier, says, you keep bleeping up my rebounds. And Terry Rozier says, I got 9 rebounds. You already got your double-double. Let me get my bleep.
Damn. That's a bad look.
And I know some people, is it? I mean,
I think so.
Some people somebody tweeted that and said, boy, it looks like bad chemistry there. I don't know. I think if they're having an honest conversation there and it's like, no, let me get mine. I don't know that it's necessarily a bad thing, but whether it is or not, I don't think it's that unusual. I think, there's a reason why players know when they need one whatever for a triple-double.
Yeah, they know, I guess. But
they make money. Their paychecks depend on
But usually, Whitey, it's one person. Both these guys were thinking about their numbers at that moment. I will say they won the game.
Yeah.
So maybe it's at a point where, they're like, oh, we got this game already taken care of. We're going to get this W. Oh, I got 17-9. Oh, it'd be nice to get a double-double. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get it, but you just don't see players arguing. Like, it happens. I know that. It happens. That's for sure. Like, we know it happens. Guards snatching rebounds from big men.
Yeah.
And everything like that. So, just to see it publicly like that and have audio of it, it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Occasionally you'll see two guys get a rebound at the same time. Like if it's a center and a guard, the guard typically will like, whoa, right? Like, okay, that's yours.
That's the big man.
You see that?
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah. But conversely, remember Russell Westbrook in OKC? Steven Adams and those guys would back away and let Russell get it. And so to me, it shows, I think, maybe they aren't on the same page. I'm talking about Rozier and Bam. Like, because
what about that Heat culture?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, you would think they already have that conversation or that understanding or whatever. Like, and think about it like this. If Bam's worried about his rebounds, shouldn't he look up and be like, oh, T. Rose got 17-9. I'm going to let him get it. It's like, it's selfish almost for both players to be like,
a little.
Yeah.
But it's amazing that, like you say, that both of them are that acutely aware of where they are.
Yeah.
I would think there's probably some kind of etiquette where, like we were just saying, we're like, the guard's got to give the rebounds to the big man. If you get it, fine. But if you're both there, it's the big man.
It's the big man.
Yeah.
Exactly. But let me look at it from the opposite side. If you're a guard and you're close to a double-double, wouldn't you want your big man to help you get that? Because it's so rare for a point guard to get 10 rebounds. It's just.
You already got your
like
double-double.
You said, what happened to that Heat culture? Where's Pat Riley at? Magic and Kareem wouldn't be doing this.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, I can't see Magic and Kareem doing it. I think Magic would let the big fella do it.
Yeah. By the way, Kareem factors into today's This Day Back in the Day quiz, I think.
Give me that.
That's interesting.
I'll get that easily.
That'll be interesting. But speaking of the Heat, the big Heat story today is, according to sources, Jimmy Butler is a guy that the Heat is willing to entertain trade offers for. Spoelstra said he tried to say that's not true, but he didn't really say that. So I just don't see how the market can be that big for him, given his age and given the fact that he makes so much money.
Yeah.
Do you think the Warriors might make a run, huh?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm going to go to the trade machine for the third time in the last 2 weeks.
Kyle Draper.
Let me do this. Pull it up right here and see what it would take for the Warriors. Obviously, it would have to start with Andrew Wiggins, just because
you know that they would
salary.
They would love to find a way to do it without giving up Wiggins.
Right.
I mean, excuse me, without giving up Kuminga. That's all possible.
Yeah, Kuminga. All right, so
And
Wiggins, Melton, I'll throw Melton in this. I feel like who's the ESPN? Bobby Marks. I feel like Bobby Marks over here with the trade machine. Where's Melton at? Oh, there he is.
He on there?
He's on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you probably need to throw in another $8 million guy. How about, and remember, Buddy Hield and Kyle Anderson, those guys can't be moved just yet. How about Gary Payton II? Just for GP.
Can those guys be moved on the 15th? Do you know?
Yeah, I think so. I
Okay.
think those guys can. Yeah. Oh, this trade failed. Oh, the Warriors used a non-taxpayer mid-level exception. So, they can't take back anything more because of their cap. They can't assume. So then you got to throw in another player.
You got to thread the needle.
Thread the needle, exactly. And that's what I think is going to make it so difficult. Now, for the Kings, I don't think we have the pieces, Whitey.
For Jimmy Butler.
For Jimmy Butler. And I don't think we'd want a guy like Jimmy Butler. You know,
Although I know you and Jay have been talking about, you're not the only ones talking about the need for a dog.
He would be a dog.
Yeah.
He would be a dog. But at $48 million.
You'd have an Akita.
Dude, you'd have to give up one.
We need dogs.
Two. Right. There is no way we could make the money work. Like, without giving up 6 guys. Because we're not giving up any of our core
have
guys.
like Jimmy Butler and 3 other guys.
Right, at 3,
games,
right, yeah. There's no way. So, any thought of Jimmy Butler out there coming to Sac ain't going to happen.
How much leverage does he have? Not much, right? Because if he says he's going to play out his option, if he's only going to be potentially wherever he goes for the rest of this season.
I don't think he has much value anymore. Do you?
No, I don't see it, but
I just like, what kind of team? First of all, he wants to go to a contending team. And I think you have to send him somewhere with a strong locker room. Can't be a young guy.
Mm-hmm.
How about this, though? Memphis. That's intriguing.
Yeah.
That's kind of intriguing. Let me go to the trade machine, Whitey, while I'm at. I mean, since I'm here already, let me go with Memphis.
Marcus Smart.
Yeah, but
Marcus Smart is hard to God.
Dude, how about Marcus Smart for us?
No.
Where's he play?
Yeah, that's the only thing.
6-man? Back up 1 and 2?
I'd almost push Luke back.
I don't know. Marcus Smart might be the guy.
Bring in some things that you are lacking.
Yes.
But how are you going to make it worth Memphis's wow?
Yeah, that's
to do that dance with you.
And he's making $20 million.
Is he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. Good for him. So they would have to include Marcus Smart, talking about Memphis, Brandon Clark, and maybe Luke Kennard when they could trade him.
And right now, if you're Miami, you're going, that doesn't do anything for us.
Right.
That's
it doesn't.
A nice collection of
right.
names,
And then it had to be like 3 first rounders or 2 first rounders. That's why it's going to be tough to move Jimmy, unless it's to Golden State, who might be desperate. But if I'm Golden State, I'm not trading any first round picks for an aging veteran like Jimmy Butler.
Would you trade first round picks for that Brooklyn package or any combination of Cam, Finney-Smith?
Nope.
Schroeder?
Nope. Because
if you were the Kings, would you? I've gone back and forth on that.
That's tough.
And right now I'd be like, yeah, because I feel like everyone talks about the windows.
Yeah.
So pardon me for lapsing into that cliche, but your window with this roster it's not open for very much longer. And if you have a chance to make a move now that you feel like gives you a shot to be a really good team this year, I think you got to fire it.
I would probably include a first for Cam Johnson.
Yeah.
I think I would. maybe protected in some way or form just to cover your butt. But
that might not be enough.
I know. Because it's going to be tough, man. It's going to, the market it's a seller's market out there. And I think Brooklyn's going to be stingy. They're not giving guys away.
Right.
They want a couple of picks.
Right. And they got a lot of suitors.
Yep.
Have the Kings found their home court advantage again just in time? We'll look at that. And we got some sound from Kings practice today as well, coming up with the Drive Guys as we roll on Sacktown Sports.
I didn't ask to be thrown in the streets with nowhere to go. I didn't think I'd survive. But I did ask for help, and Covenant House was there for me.
1 in 10 young adults will experience a form of homelessness this year. For these kids who didn't ask to be put in this unthinkable situation, Covenant House is there.
Covenant House helped me break the cycle of homelessness in my family. They gave me the love that I needed.
Over 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed tonight. When youth who are experiencing homelessness have a hot meal, a safe place to sleep, medical care, and love, they can overcome heartbreaking challenges and have a brighter future.
They just really genuinely just wanted to help me succeed, and I'm succeeding. I'm a speaker, I'm an author. Covenant House really helped me and really helped mold me into the woman I am today.
If you or someone you love is asking for help, go to safeplacetosleep.org today.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. And get this, Napoleon Grill's Black Friday Cyber Mondays include a limited time $300 off their top-selling Phantom Grill and 15% off all gas, kettle, and travel grills. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you happy holidays. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
At Makita, good enough is never enough. It's not just about the power and runtime of the tool. It's about the power and runtime of the pro. We design, tinker, redesign, and obsess over every detail because we know the pros will too. Straight cuts, tight tolerances, clean lines. Again and again and again. If it's not right, don't put your name on it. Makita, available at the Home Depot.
Play and win to take your loyalty to new heights at Sky River Casino in Elk Grove. Sign up for Sky River Rewards, and you'll get $15 free play to use on your first visit. Plus, you'll be in the know about upcoming special events and offers. Visit skyriver.com today. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. Live and local, it's the Drive Guys. Watch the show on youtube.com/Sacktown Sports 1140.
Or listen on the Sacktown Sports app.
Yeah, it looks like the Kings, among other things, may have found home court advantage again. Before we get to that, I hate to be this guy, but Drapes, it looks like you didn't finish your baklava. Is that what you have?
Yeah.
Is something wrong with the baklava
Nah,
today?
dude, I'm on my diet, bro. I'm talking about my fitness. I shouldn't have had any of it, but, trying to be nice, I don't want to. So, yeah.
Are there different kinds of baklava? Like there's almond or chocolate? Or
I have no idea.
How'd you end up with baklava then?
It's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
You should go check it out every now and then.
A retirement thing today for Lori, I think. Yeah.
No, I don't think that's what it's from.
Oh, okay. They did have that.
Hey, they were like, hey, if Whitey wants some, he could come on down. Just me, hey. But then you're going to get caught up like I was, for 15 minutes. And so I say, yeah, I got leftover baklava for you if you want some. You good?
If you're not going to eat it, I'm not going to eat it. Now I don't trust it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Can we trust that the Kings have found home court advantage again? Is it back? They're playing better at home because they got, as you know, 8 of their next 10 games are at home, Drapes. This is it.
This is a month, and I'm looking at the schedule, Whitey. You're right. Not only are they home games, I hate to say it, Kings fans, but they're against winnable opponents. Lakers. We should beat the Lakers. We're better than Lakers. We're better than Lakers twice. Pacers. Better than Pacers. Pistons. Better than the Pistons. Mavericks will be a tough one, but let's beat them at home. And then we got one on the road at LA too.
Yeah.
Like, this is a massive month. And then when you look at January, Whitey, I got it right here, at Boston, at Milwaukee, at Denver, at Knicks, at Brooklyn. It's a tough road heavy month in January.
All right, so you kind of just did this, but if you would, please give me just top of your head, win or loss here in these next few games.
I get it.
At New Orleans.
Win.
Denver at home.
Win.
Lakers at home.
Win.
Lakers at home.
Win.
Indiana at
Win.
home. Detroit at home.
Win.
At LA Lakers.
I'm going to say win.
Dallas at home.
That's going to be that's a toss-up. That's a toss. You know what? And I'll give the one in LA a toss-up also.
All right.
But outside of that, this is our time to go on that 6-7 run.
Yeah.
This is our time, to go on our run right here.
So you'd be disappointed with fewer than 7 wins on that 10.
Yeah, how many? 10? 7 out of 10? The next 10 what? At home are you talking about? Or?
Yeah, 8 of the next 10 are at home.
I didn't hear a loss in there.
I didn't either, but then he kind of did the toss-up and then a couple toss-ups. And
like, when do you ever go into a game and you're a fan of a team saying it's a loss? I'm talking with this Kings squad. Maybe at Boston, but otherwise I feel like if we play our best, we can win. We can beat other teams. There's nobody in my opinion, other than Boston that scares me.
Yeah.
And I'm talking matchup-wise, the way they play, the physicality. Even OKC, I feel like we can beat on any given night.
Yeah, when they play their best. But, of course, last couple of games it's been great. But we know the last year and a half now or whatever it is, it's been a lot of up and down. On any given night, you don't know if they're going to be anywhere near the best.
So am I in the minority? Am I by myself? Do you guys see a guaranteed loss in this slate? I don't see it.
I'm with you on the Dallas game. I don't see him winning 8. I mean, that'd be great. To be honest, I don't look at that and go, that's 8 wins at least easy. I hope it is, but I don't.
I agree, but I can't say, they'll lose to any of these. And so I'm going to give my guys the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? If like the Nuggets at home, we should beat the Nuggets. We might not, but take care of home. If it was in Denver, I'd probably give Denver a little bit of an edge. But the Lakers, are we going to lose to the Lakers? We could, yes.
Three times the next 10, that'd be nice.
But if you're betting, who you betting on? No odds, no over under, no line or anything. Straight up.
Light the beam, baby.
That's what I'm saying, Whitey. I'm looking at it as straight up. Will we win 8? Probably not. But if I look at it each individual game, I think we got a good chance here. Like, we have to. We're at home all these games.
Do you have, and I recognize that you have responsibilities and duties as you are employed by the team.
I keep it real though, Whitey. Don't use that as a crutch.
No, I'm just saying, I understand
that
you might slide one way or the other on this question. And I appreciate that. Do you feel, I don't know if I feel this way or not. Do you feel like the Kings are reestablishing home court? I don't know.
I don't know. I can't go that far yet.
Yeah.
Although Houston and Utah,
right?
They did get 2
promising
back-to-back promising signs, but I need to see more. I really need to see more at home. That's why I'm looking at Denver on Monday. The Lakers. If you win Nuggets and 2 against the Lakers, then I'm like, all right, now we're starting to do something. But if you win Monday, then lose Thursday, win Saturday, lose Sunday, like that's not establishing dominance at home.
Teams are right now, they're not afraid to come here.
Yeah.
The Kings need to get to a point where teams are kind of, oh man, we got to run up and down the court with those guys.
Yeah.
In that place.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a while since other teams have felt that way.
Yeah, it's been 2 years? Like
at least,
and even then during the 4-day win season, it wasn't like we had a great home record that to write home about. But I do think, to your point, what we saw the last couple of games, from the Sacramento Kings. Just the way they played, how they took it to the opponent. That's what it has to be. I'm not saying drop 140, but ball movement, playing with pace, especially at home. That's how it got to be. That's how it got to be.
And when the threes are going in, the offense seems to just roll along.
Yeah.
And when you're giving up the threes and not making them, it's a struggle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a real, to say the least. It's an uphill climb.
Well, and here's the thing, too. I worry about us being front running is the wrong word, but when things are going good and easy, we're good. Like, what happens when the shots aren't fun? We can't just leave it up to a make or miss league. You know what I mean? We got to get it out of the mud sometimes.
That's what Mike said after one of the games.
Yeah.
He said, when the threes aren't going in, we still need to do more to win the games.
Right, exactly. Maybe win with a great defensive effort. Maybe get to the free throw line 30 times. Maybe force 25 turnovers. Whatever it may be, last 2 games, the threes have been flowing.
Yeah.
Let's see something different.
I know after the win over the Jazz, I think you guys had it on your post game. He said, and I understand why he says this, but he said, I hope the story of this game isn't the 3-point shooting because it should be about our defense. Well, I understand the defense did some good things, but it's the fact that the ball went in. That's the story, right?
That's the story.
Coaches are going to say things that coaches must say, but no, it was about the 3-ball finally going in.
Yeah, and the thing I'm worried about, Whitey, is does the 3-ball not only dictate how the offense moves, but the effort on defense, too? That's something, and I got to talk to Mike about it because that's something you can't necessarily see live. It's one of those things when you go back and look at the game film that the coaches do all the time, you notice, this guy didn't sprint back or this guy, didn't give it his all defensively out there. And when it's all fine and dandy, when you're getting touches, when you're getting shots, are you locking in? But what happens when there's 2 or 3 possessions and you don't get the ball?
Yeah, we got some sound from post-practice coming up for you in just a minute here. But first, Mr. NBA announcer, what do you think of this news?
Ooh.
Dirk Nowitzki, Blake Griffin are names to watch for Amazon Prime Video. They're looking for their number 1.
Who is it, Dirk
analyst,
and who?
And Blake Griffin. It looks like Ian Eagle. Amazon Prime Video agreed with Ian Eagle to be its number 1 play-by-play announcer, but has yet to hire an analyst. Blake Griffin, Dirk Nowitzki, Richard Jefferson, and Stan Van Gundy are some names to watch, according to Andrew Marchand.
All right, so I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to be 1,000 billion% honest. I don't care who calls the games. I don't care who the analysts are. Like, I'm going to watch no matter what. Like, so it's not, it sounds like some great names. I don't know how good Blake will do. I don't know how good. But
didn't Blake do stand-up comedy?
Did he do that?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
Did he?
He's funny.
He's funny?
I
Oh,
want to hear him.
Okay.
But I think he might just be too offbeat.
Right.
Because people want him to be, yes, that was a great pick and roll. And I don't know if he's going to play
but
that way.
Is Amazon, and this is Amazon you're talking about?
Yes,
the
sir.
Amazon package? Maybe they're trying to go a different route, in terms of, you got all these sidebar broadcasts, Simpsons broadcasts, Manning cast.
Did you love that Simpsons broadcast?
I did not watch a second of it. I did not watch a second of it. I didn't even watch the football game, man. I watched Toronto Raptors,
Knicks.
New York Knicks. I watched the end of that. But from the announcing standpoint, that's good. There's only one announcer that I really find challenging at times to listen to, and that's Reggie Miller. But everybody else, like Doris, it doesn't register to me. Reggie's the only one that
I think
I noticed.
Ian Eagle and Blake Griffin could be really good and funny.
Yeah, Ian's great, man.
Yeah.
He is legit. I love listening to him.
Yeah.
Like he's really good at his job. But like I said, it could be Joe Schmo. I'm gonna still watch the games. Like the announcer doesn't impact whether I'm watching it or not.
Turn the sound down sometimes?
Never. That's no.
Okay, I'm just
But
curious.
you know what? But see, you know me, Whitey. You've known me for a while now. I'm never actually just watching the game. I'm watching the
Multitasking.
game. I'm making dinner. I'm doing laundry. I'm never just sitting
Even
there
in the last 2 minutes?
glued to a game.
The last 2 minutes to settle down?
Wrestling with my son. Like I'm not present like I should be.
we're going to hear what Keegan and Domas had to say after practice today when we come right back to Sacktown Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
If you've been too busy to sign up for your health insurance plan, it's understandable. It's also why there's Health Markets. At healthmarkets.com, you can see the plans available to you and even speak to a licensed insurance agent. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. They'll answer your questions, and when you're ready, even help you apply. Just dial pound 250 and say Health Markets. Getting your new health insurance plan could be easier than you think. Health Markets Insurance Agency, Inc. is licensed as an insurance agency nationwide except in Massachusetts.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
The holidays can be tough for some, especially if things from your past are still following you around to this day. Now, don't be afraid of your past this upcoming holiday season, as an expungement can help. And that's where the law offices of Jonathan Gonzalez comes in, as he's local and has a great track record. Now that expungement can help you get a job, get your life back in order, and you'll also get your constitutional rights back. He's offering discounts on expungements now through Christmas. Call 916-304-9187. That's 916-304-9187.
Yeah.
I missed them today.
Yeah, man of many duties. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Afro in the chat. Houston was a legit win. Utah was an easy win against a team that's not trying to compete. Yeah, I know, but you play them, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then there's some talk of Alvin Gentry. Again, Tony Ray Harvey. Bring Alvin Gentry back to redeliver that rant about protecting home court. And I don't recall that. I'm going to have to ask Tony about that.
Yeah, I need to Google that Alvin Gentry home court rant because I don't remember that one.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Oh, I see something. Oh, but it's like 10 minutes, this clip. This is back when we had to wear masks.
Oh, okay.
A couple of years ago. Yeah.
Because you were here when he was a coach, right?
Yep. Oh, here you go. December 27th, 2021. Oh, I do remember this. Quote, "It's the most disappointed I've been in 34 years in the NBA. That performance was absolutely ridiculous. We didn't play hard. We didn't compete. We didn't guard the ball. We didn't guard screen and rolls. We didn't follow the game plan. No competitiveness whatsoever. They basically toyed with us. I'm totally disappointed, and everybody in this building should be disappointed." Wow, I remember that. I kind of remember that. Yes. Back in December 2021. Yeah. How about that?
I like him. I don't pretend to know him, but I've talked to him. He's a good guy.
No, I love Alvin Gentry. Funny guy. Yeah. Funny guy. As real as they come, man. Funny dude.
So is Keegan Murray, right?
That's our guy. Yes.
Yeah. Here's Keegan after practice today, talking about how well the Kings have been playing lately.
Playing at a higher level than we were.
I feel like especially the last 4 games starting with Houston, we played really good basketball. We let the Memphis game slip, but other than that, I feel like we played good basketball.
They sure did. I know some people. Well, Memphis. I know I was very down after that loss. Like, wow, that was a bad loss.
With
it
the
was a
Memphis
winnable game.
Yeah,
winnable
but
game
I think I went on air and said they actually played good basketball. Like, you look at the numbers, they won so many categories.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Just didn't get it done.
Yeah, and they need some of those wins on the road against good teams to make up for some of the ones they've kicked. But, I mean, that's the only game they've lost at the last 4.
Right. They've won 3 out of 4, Whitey. You got a banged-up New Orleans team coming up. Hopefully you handle business. Now you're talking you've won 4 out of 5, hopefully, with a tremendous home stretch coming up.
I'll tell you what's a lonely club to be in.
What?
I think you've been in it, but I don't want to drag you in it. But it's the club of people who said, oh, Malik doesn't need to start. Right? I mean, I'll admit, I was in that club, just being honest. And now.
No, I was in that club.
Yeah.
I was in that club.
Malik starting, the team playing so well, Malik playing so well. And here's Keegan Murray on Malik Monk being in the starting lineup.
He brings, especially offensively, he brings more firepower. He's a guy that has been playing really good on pick and roll with Domas. So teams, I mean, there's only so much teams can scout with the offensive weapons that we have, and just adding him makes it even tougher. And he's looked really good since he's been in the lineup.
What is that clanging noise? Are they lifting weights?
No, it's the bell they got over there.
Oh,
they got the little bell. Something happened. Yeah, something that they got the bell they ring. But I will say this about Malik in the starting lineup. It looks great now. But the reason that we had to go to it is Kevin wasn't getting it done. Keegan Murray wasn't getting it done. If those guys are hitting shots and doing their jobs, Malik is still coming off the bench. And so when we talked about, no, Malik doesn't need to be a starter, it was because, at least for me, I was hoping Keegan would take that leap to be the third scorer on this team. Or, fourth scorer now with DeMar here. I was hoping Kevin Huerter can be a nice little fifth, but those guys haven't done that until recently. And so now it's out of necessity that you got to throw Malik. To me, Malik was the perfect sixth man.
Yeah,
he almost won sixth man of the year.
Yeah,
he was perfect.
And he probably should have.
Right, but he started because other guys couldn't get it done.
Mm-hmm. So Jay, we'll give you a chance to gloat a little bit because you've always said Malik Monk should be starting.
Yeah, I mean, one of the sayings that we always hear out through, and we hear coaches say it, we hear everybody say it. It's not about who starts the game; it's about who finishes the game. And I get that, but we also can't say that and then start to complain about games that, and I'll just say the Kings. We were talking about the Kings get down and they're down by double digits already, and now we're like, oh, the hole's too big to climb out of. And so I've always been a proponent. Yeah, starters, it matters too, and I know coaches give the coach speak, but it definitely matters who starts. And so I've always said, go with your best 5 players. And I always thought Malik is part of that 5. Mm-hmm. And then you figure it out after that, fellas. Start the best 5. And then we'll begin to try to make way on, who fills in the pieces off the bench.
Here's a question for you from Linda Harold. Drapes, when will you be announcing a Kings game again?
Your boy's back on Monday, Denver. Got to begin that home.
That's that hate.
Yeah.
You've been talking big boy stuff about Denver now.
Hey, me and Jokic going to be eye to eye, big fella. Jamal Murray, I'm right here, ready for that smoke. My boy's going to be ready. Mm-hmm. We're going to be ready. So I'm doing the Denver game on Monday.
Here's one more from Keegan Murray after practice today on playing against the team that the Kings could not beat last year, the New Orleans Pelicans.
I mean, of course, like if you go 0-6 against a team this season, it's tough. But we want to go in there, we want to win. That's our goal right now. They have a little bit of a different roster, and guys out, so we just want to go in and continue to play like we've been playing. I think we'll find success.
Oh, come on. Tell us what you really
I know, right?
We got to kill him. We got to kill him.
Give me a little more there.
It ruined our season last year.
Didn't he say we got to win, though? I think he started off, we got to win this one. They got to win this one, right?
Yeah.
Because they lose. Now we're talking 7 in a row dating back to last year.
Right.
They got to, I don't care. And who was it that we had on? Jerry Reynolds earlier. Doesn't matter who's in uniform for New Orleans.
Yeah.
Just this, if I'm them, I'm pissed at the city of New Orleans. I don't want no beignets. I don't want no jambalaya. I don't want to go on, Bourbon Street. I don't want none of that.
Angry at the French Quarter in
Seriously, right? That's how you got to be, fellas.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Right, exactly.
Makes me angry.
No Chateau Marmont or whatever the hotels are. Like, screw that. Like, I don't like the Saints. I don't like the Pelicans. Hey, you got to go down there and handle that. Because remember, Tulane, right? Tulane. Last time they were there, Jay, this in season, the play-in tournament, we got our butts kicked.
Yeah.
And so
after getting off to a halfway decent start, too.
And then it just unraveled just like that. And so, yeah, we got to go there to send a message.
Yeah. I remember I said before the schedule came out, the season doesn't start till you beat the Pelicans. Then it looked like, I don't play them till February. And now we've been handed
So are we
gift.
saying the season doesn't start till
the basketball
Thursday?
gods have handed them this gift, this opportunity.
Got to win this one, man. You got to win this one. Like, especially because we're a better team right now. Like, you got DeMar. De'Aaron's playing at the best level he's played at. Domas is playing at a historic high. There's no reason to lose this game.
Now, Mike was heaping praise on Keegan, even though he didn't have a great offensive game, for the defense he played on Lowry Mark.
Lowry, yeah.
What'd you think of how well Keegan played?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in you really don't stop great players. I need to go back and look at the tape. I thought Markkanen looked disinterested.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he looked out of place. I thought he looked like a guy on a team that's trying to tank. And so give Keegan credit. Maybe Keegan made him look like that, but he was never a factor in that game. And I don't think he ever tried to be. He was only 2 of 8, I think. If you're a great player, you got to go down swinging. I didn't sense that from him.
Man, I'm embarrassed. I misplaced my box
You
score.
ain't got the box
I went to
score.
go to my box score.
Whitey, what did the eye test say?
And it's from November 25th, the Kings and the Thunder. I got
Why
the
do you
wrong
have
box
that?
score.
Why do you have that?
I have a lot of box scores. I'm not sure I have all of them. But.
Dude, I would hate to see your house, man. You got
Timberwolves
papers all
130,
over.
Kings 126 in overtime.
Why are you saving that one?
Save them all, brother.
Are you a
hoarder?
A little bit.
I don't think so. Maybe a little bit.
If you don't think so, then you probably are. You've nothing wrong with.
Text your wife right now.
Yeah,
and
ask her, honey, are we hoarders? She's gonna be like, I'm not, but you are.
You know, my name's Kevin. They call me Kevin Hoarder.
Kevin Hoarder.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh man, let me look back on. I got the box score. Oh, excuse me. Markkanen was 2 of 9 on Sunday. Dude,
Keegan shut him down.
I guess
He shut off his water.
dude. He was not a factor. First quarter, I got
The water company said no more water. To
1
this
of
truck.
5. After that, after the first quarter, Whitey, he took 4 shots.
Markkanen's a good player, but he's overrated.
What
I
is he? A
couldn't
good
believe-
number 3, you think?
Maybe.
Third
he's a
option?
nice player, but I couldn't believe Danny Ainge had to be just laughing himself to sleep every night with all, in the summer when teams like, we want to trade you anything for Lowry Markkanen.
Yeah. And he can't be traded obviously till after the season, but I don't think the door is closed on him in the trade rumors after the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here's some thoughts from Domas on, again, the Kings playing so darn well lately.
We're making shots, so that's obviously helping a lot, especially on the defensive end. But, coaches changed some things on the defensive end. We've done it for the last 5 games, and they've showed us the numbers. It could be luck or not, but what we have changed has been working a bit, so we're going to stick to it.
Would you agree Domas answers questions the same way he plays? It's like, give me the ball, and I'm going to attack the basket.
No wasted words.
Right.
Yeah,
Not a lot of frills.
A lot of frills.
Not a lot of fancy stuff.
And-
It's all business. And
he's not going to give you more than you ask for.
Right.
He's
right.
That's true. I never thought of it like that.
Mm-hmm. And he was also asked, as we just heard Keegan's thoughts on this, Domas asked about Malik Monk starting.
It's about time, and I'm happy, and he's thriving, he's a great leader. He's showing it that the vibes are great, everyone's happy, and the ball's moving, and I feel like it's contagious and starts again.
It's about time. Yeah, if you're Domas, you love having Malik in there because he just, he's going to throw the ball to you every other time.
You're going to get like 5 assists from Malik, a little pocket pass, and he's a guy that makes Domas's life easier.
Yeah.
How about the way he started it? It's about time.
Yeah.
That to me seems like maybe they had some discussions like, damn, Malik, how come you ain't starting, bro?
Yeah.
Amongst players, but it is about time.
Yeah.
It is about
Remember, Domas is also the one who, after one of those bad losses recently, said, maybe we just are not a team that should be shooting a lot of threes.
Ooh,
remember that?
Brutal honesty,
yeah.
if you will. Yes.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Malik throws blind passes, doesn't he?
Right.
Too?
Yeah.
Because he knows where he's going to be.
Yeah. It's, but that's Malik, right? Like, just the way Malik plays almost seems like the way he might lead his life in terms of, you know what? He's going to take the chances. He's going to take the risk, because it's going to, pay off ideally. Like, and so he did have one pass. I was like, dude, why are you, him and Domas were like close, and he fired it. I'm like, he's not going to catch that. It was too much sauce on it.
Domas sharing his thoughts on Mike Brown's possessions after possessions after possession after possession statement.
Probably said like 3 times in a row, not 100. But he just wants us to not get bored and stay consistent. If it's working, stay with it. And just because we scored or did something good a couple of times, don't change it because you just feel like it. If it's working, stay with it.
Mike Brown wants his team to be methodical. It's not something I think of when I think of the Kings, but it's in them.
No, and methodical doesn't mean slow and prodding.
Right.
It's surgical. You know what I mean? And they can be like that.
Domas is a methodical player.
Yeah, he is. Great player, though. Real quick, Whitey, I know you, Compio. Whitey without a box score is like a cowboy without a horse.
Thank you.
Right? You need that box. It's like your binky, bro.
That's
your
right,
blanket
partner.
at night.
No, it's like my horse that I ride. It's not like binky.
Keeps you safe at night.
Yes. And now I've got to find the Utah one. I got to scramble now. So I need a moment to find that. And when we come back, what do you think about Whitey? Kings fans, any interest in this easily attainable player?
Easily. Okay.
Yeah. Find out what you think when we come right back. And I'm going to find my box score in Sacktown Sports.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the capital for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Rumor has it you might see Kyle Draper and Alan Stiles out there. Life is full of ups and downs, and there are some things you want to go up and down. Not your favorite basketball team, but certainly your garage door. And when your garage door starts going up or down, but not both, you got an issue, and it's time to call National Garage Door, 638-4554. Our old garage door had to be put down a couple weeks ago. So National Garage Door came out, took great care of us, old door out, new one up in short order, which comes as no surprise because National Garage Door has been around since 1974. And that's because service comes first. So if you need a garage door upgrade, which, by the way, can really boost your home's curb appeal. I hadn't really thought about that, but wow, looks great. Call National Garage Door. Find them on the web at nationalgaragedoor.com. If you've got garage door problems, they've got the answers at National Garage Door. We couldn't be happier with our new door. You'll be happy too. 638-4554. That's National Garage Door.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Another frosty start Wednesday with some patches of fog. Temperatures will be near 60 in the afternoon with increasing clouds and rain at night. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
It's the year-end event right now at Folsom Lake Kia with huge year-end savings, low finance rates, and zero-down deals with approved credit. Come see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia and tell them DC sent you. FolsomLakeKia.com.
Welcome back to another exciting game day. Grab your rally towels, throw on your jerseys, cheer, shout, and save on your gas. That's right. Sports fans win big on home game days. Score instant savings of 25 cents per gallon on Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline with the Fuel Rewards program. And that's a victory for you and your tailgate team. Download the app, join the Fuel Rewards program today, and game on. Restrictions apply. Limited time. At participating Shell stations. For more details, visit fuelrewards.com.
Here comes Floyd. Throw over the middle. Intercepted by Fred Warner.
Faithful to the Bay.
Fred gets up and runs back the other way, 30.
Be there December 12th for Thursday Night Football at Levi Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams.
20. One block and he's in.
This battle of NFC West rivals is presented by Rakuten.
Touchdown!
Tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at 49ers.com/tickets.
San Francisco!
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat. Bring out all the flavors of the upcoming holidays with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. And get this, Napoleon Grill's Black Friday Cyber Mondays include a limited time $300 off their top-selling Phantom Grill and 15% off all gas, kettle, and travel grills. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you happy holidays. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
At Makita, good enough is never enough. It's not just about the power and runtime of the tool. It's about the power and runtime of the pro. We obsess over fit, finish, and feel. Every detail, from coatings to contours, all to create tools that won't hold you back, so you can build more and never settle. If it's not right, don't put your name on it. Makita, available at the Home Depot.
They say the sun and I stand for all.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sacktown Sports.
You've got a potential trade target for the Kings. We'll ask you about in just a moment. First, it's time to play Who Said This? Drapes, who said this today? You read what you read. I'm a little frustrated for sure. Because he tweeted something Monday, and then he took it down. And then
that
today,
Deebo?
Yeah.
Oh.
You read what you read. I'm a little frustrated for sure, says Deebo. Monday afternoon, not struggling at all, just not getting the ball. Later deleted the post, added a separate one that said he was not hating on any of his teammates. But today said, yeah, you read what you read.
He's frustrated. Yeah, a little frustrated. And Kirk Morrison, who came on, made it sound like there's a little more behind the scenes.
Or at least that's got. Whoa, sorry.
You all right over there?
Yeah, there's just a loose
like
door
King's
here.
practice.
That's somebody who works for the 49ers arch rival.
Okay,
trying to make it sound like,
okay.
whoa, there, that's all coming apart over there.
That's what it sounded like to me. There's some issues behind the scenes.
Now you are the last person.
I'm just saying. I'm just
what's going on with your
I'm
team
just
right
saying
now.
what Kirk said. That's all I'm doing is repeating what Kirk said. Respected journalist that he is.
So Kyle Shanahan, who, by the way, Sunday, I think it was, he had to shoot down the suggestions that he wanted out and wanted to be traded to the Bears. But he was asked about, the Deebo thing, and he said what he would prefer. Deebo keeps such complaints in-house. He and Deebo talk every day. And Shanahan said, I understand Deebo saying that. Deebo wants to help us out, and the only way he helps us out is getting the ball more. We'd like to get it to him more. Is it a distraction in our building? No. My advice is to not let the outside frustrate you, because just answering those things isn't going to help you in any way. That's good coach speak. But he's not frustrated about what's going on outside the building.
Right.
He's frustrated because he wants the ball.
His role. Right. He wants to rock.
I guess he is frustrated because people are pointing at him going, oh, he's slumping. He's not producing.
Well, how about this? Grant Cohn. I don't know if you take what he says as gospel.
Let me guess,
not.
your very favorite 49er reporter.
I'm just pointing something out. Grant Cohn. Deebo Samuel's broken tackles by season. 2021, 22. 2022, 15. 2023, 17. This year, 4. 4. Deebo seems to be slipping just a little bit.
You know what I'd be interested in? Because they have this now with this, I forget what they call it, the advanced stats for the NFL. I forget what they call it, Amazon, whatever. You can track how fast guys are running.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen those.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any, and I know it depends on whether they got a head start and situations, but I wonder if Deebo is running at the same speed he ran.
He once did. Yeah. That could be something.
Obviously, the NFL, they like to promote and publicize the stats that glorify the game. They don't like say, this guy's a bum now. He's not half as fast as he was last year, but I wonder.
And the thing, you bring that up, I'm trying to remember the last time I seen Deebo do anything in space. Like, you know, to your point, like a head full of steam or break a tackle and bust one 25, 30 yards. Just seems few and far between, if any.
Your guy Deebo addressed his ineffectiveness as a runner.
What did he say?
He said, they're not surprised no more. We've been doing it for almost 3 years now. So it's kind of, you got a 50-50 chance whether I'm in the backfield getting a handoff or end around or anything along those lines. But if it's blocked properly. And
you should be able to hit that hole.
Yeah. If the hole's there, you hit it.
Is he not getting to it quick? And to your point that you brought up.
But I will say, I mean, we saw that with CMC a little bit too. There was sometimes they would run that zone stretch and there was nothing there.
True. But then I've seen Garendo, JP have success.
Yeah.
Is it the kind of play calls that they're doing for Deebo?
But you're right. I mean, when it's not there, it's not there. But when it is there, you got to hit it because it ain't going to be there forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Deebo, what does Brock Purdy think of Deebo? He's like one of my best friends on the team.
Brock Purdy, come on, man.
I absolutely love Deebo and what he's done for me and helping me out. We talk all the time, and I think he's right. He's doing great right now with what we ask of him in the offense, and he's not struggling or anything. There's just moments, I guess, throughout seasons where guys just don't get the ball, just depending on the scheme or what the defensive scheme is and them taking guys away. I want to get Deebo the ball every play if I could. Brock Purdy.
I'll tell you what.
That's my quarterback.
I don't want to do this. Jay, you hear that, and I'm thinking to myself, has Brock Purdy ever said anything worth actually repeating?
I want to have him break all the records as best as possible. I want Deebo to do Deebo things.
Oh, my God.
And we all do in this building.
You know what Brock Purdy is?
But I love my guy, and I'm going to do everything I can to get him the ball.
Brock Purdy is the human version of the participation trophy.
No,
like if the participation trophy was a person,
no,
because
team leader, Kyle.
No, ain't no team leader.
Leadership.
Ain't no team leader, Jay.
All about the team.
You
put
know
the team in front of his own needs.
He's Mr.
Contract
Rogers
year.
with a 49ers jersey on. Hey, that's what he is. Come on, man.
That's nice.
Did you call him Channel 6 Mr. Rogers?
Mr.
Man?
Rogers, right. Would you be my neighbor in a 49ers uniform? That's
and
what
I've seen a cardigan or two on Brock, too.
That dude, my God.
And you know what that's called? That's called a person that's living in the moment.
Nah, he probably.
I'm not even going to talk to Drake anymore because he
smoked a cigarette, never had a drink. Never,
not true.
Never drove with one hand, always 10 and 2 doing
Toyota,
the speed
driving
limit.
the Toyota, too, okay?
Driving the station wagon.
George Kittle says Deebo is very close, end quote, to a big game, or was last week. Kittle added that Deebo's averaged 88.2 scrimmage yards and scored 7 touchdowns in 9 career games against the Rams is, quote, about to pop off, end quote. Let's go. I can't wait for Thursday night's game.
It takes 14 games in. He's almost ready, guys. He's getting close. Dog, the season's over. He's about to pop. When?
He's about to pop.
In 2025 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Needs him the most.
You're going to be toiling away in Carolina next season about to pop.
Against the Rams.
Rams might put up 40 on you guys. Did you see how they carved Buffalo like
Kyle
Swiss
Shanahan,
cheese?
Coach him up, get 45. 45-40, another shootout.
Man-to-man defense will lock you down.
I don't know what the Bears were doing.
Yeah, the Bears are. Whew. But here's the thing, real quick though, about Deebo. I don't like. You would think with no Ayuk, he would be more of a factor.
I know.
I don't know what's happening. I got to look at the targets. Are the targets down? Yes or no? I don't know. But you would think, all right, no Ayuk. You got Kittle. You got Deebo. Those are your leaders, when it comes to catching the ball. And he hasn't stepped up. Kittle has.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle's had a hell of a season. Deebo hasn't.
On the text line here, Drapes probably forgot, but Mr. Rogers went into Philly last year, dropped 40 on them bums and killed their season.
Right, just that's loser take. I'm talking about what have you done for me lately? You living in the past, big fella.
Here's the Kings player who could be available, Evan Sidery. Quote, Charlotte open to trading Cody Martin under contract through next year, makes $8.1 million. averaging 8.6 points, 4.9 rebounds, 2.4 assists per game. So 8.1 million is doable. I don't know how much competition there will be for him. I think Jay and I are all in on Cody Martin. What is he, like 6'5"? I wish he was a little bigger. But
no, he'd be a solid bench piece for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's we talk about upgrading the depth. He'd be a nice 7th, 8th man on your team.
Yeah, you could play.
Right. A guy Mike ideally would trust and get him out there. What would it take to get him, though? I don't even know what his value would be. Like, if you're Charlotte, what do you want? A
young player on a second? Maybe?
Who's that young player? Like, that's the thing. Like, if you're Charlotte, is a second? It got to be a young, because it's not even a salary dump at that point. It's not making that much. I don't know what it would take.
Mm-hmm.
To me, just a second.
They're looking for youth, future assets.
Yeah, future assets, maybe. Like, they're not getting a first for
They may also be looking at guys, frankly, who could help them tank. We look like we're it's a youth movement, but also we just don't want to win any games.
Right. Yeah, you might be right. Maybe a young player, like, let's say if we had like a Davion, last year or something like that. Davion in a second or something like that.
Yeah, the in-season tournament continuing in the NBA. The in-season tournament Game 3 is coming up.
Yeah.
Whitey's Wayback Machine quiz. It's all even. Game 3 is next on Sackdown Sports.
Christmas music is everywhere. The smell of gingerbread is in the air. And wait, what's that sound? It's Santa. He's headed back to Sacramento for the 41st Annual Santa Parade, December 14th in downtown Sacramento. Bring your entire family to the parade route around the capital for over 100 floats, including marching bands, pageant princesses, clowns, horses, and of course, Santa himself.
The 41st Annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 14th with Western Health Advantage, Gurnick Academy, and the California Army National Guard. The fun begins at 10 a.m. Get more info at sacktownsports.com.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by San Francisco 49ers.
I'm meteorologist Heather Waldman in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Another frosty start Wednesday with some patches of fog. Temperatures will be near 60 in the afternoon with increasing clouds and rain at night. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA News and the KCRA app.
This report is brought to you by the San Francisco 49ers. Be there December 12th for Thursday night football at Levi's Stadium as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Los Angeles Rams. This battle of NFC West rivals is presented by Rakuten. Tickets are available at 49ers.com/tickets.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Drapes, Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. And now that the holidays are here, there is no better time than right now to head down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. The Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration is back from now through January 2nd. You may say, Kyle, what is the Holiday Love Celebration? Well, let me tell you. At Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, you can discover exceptional offers on a new Mercedes-Benz, like the 2025 GLC 300 SUV. It's just $559 a month for 36 months. They also have a full lineup of SUVs, vans, electric vehicles, and of course, certified pre-owned vehicles with rates as low as 2.99% APR up to 72 months on select vehicles. Mercedes-Benz of Stockton believes in the true Mercedes car buying experience. So make the short drive down I-5 to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton and see what a true car buying experience is really about. Or of course, you can go online at mbofstockton.com.
My son loves to fly kites, but my active psoriatic arthritis can sometimes hold me back. Now with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready to go. Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults, helps with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. For those who also have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible with just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from my good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally, $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Ba, 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 ba. Yep, 'tis the season. Hey, if you take pride in your gift giving, here's a great idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift from the Good Feet store. The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Vacaville, and in Reno on South Virginia Street.
All's my life, hard times like, bad trips like.
Your afternoon home for Kings talk and so much more. The Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.
Great, as always, to have Tin with us, and I want to thank Tin. He's basically producing our show today. Tin in the chat says to Tony Ray Harvey, when are the Drive Guys going to have you on again? And Tony's like, hey, hopefully soon. So thank you, Tin, for lining up guests for us.
Yeah, we got to get him on sometime.
Yeah.
Yep.
The people are demanding it.
Okay. All right. Tony Ray Harvey is the man, too. Mm-hmm. That's a friend of show. Friend of show.
Yes. It is time now for Game 3 of the in-season tournament in Whitey's Wayback Machine Quiz. It's the Whitey's Wayback Machine Quiz for December 10th. We're all even, right? As we play for the... Yes, we are even. 1-1. Jay got the last victory.
Best of what?
Best of 7.
Best of 7. Okay.
For the National Garage Door Cup, which will go to the winner.
Look at this. How much did you get for that? My God.
$24 million.
Sound like me over here, right?
So, Jay, you're up first today. Here are the years and such that we have for the quiz. We have this date, what year 1, this date, what year 2, 1939, 1971, 1983, and 1985. Everything in the quiz has to do with things that happened on this date or things related to things that happened on this date in those years. Jay, this date, what year 1 and 2, 1939, 1971, 1983, and 1985.
This year, what?
This year, what day 1? All right, and the thing is here, you get to hear it. Yeah,
that's right.
The National League adopts a rule prohibiting any new pitchers from using the spitball.
Oh.
This day, what year? You want to go first?
I'm going to let Drake jump in.
Damn, Jay, I have no idea.
Jump in on that one.
A spitball. I have no idea. The National League jumps in.
Yeah. So if you've been throwing it, you can keep throwing it. When they made this rule, but
you were grandfathered in, but no longer
a new kid coming
up. Just the National League did this.
Yes.
Tom Seaver.
Yeah, I'm gonna go way back. 1958.
1958.
Well, that's a good guess. I was hoping you went a little lower.
I have no idea.
You said 1958?
58.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say 59 because I think it's a little recent than that. A little more recent.
1919.
Oh.
Right. It had to be way back, man. I'm like, what? They're just the National League? All right. What? No,
I felt like cats were throwing spitballs in the 60s.
Right. That's true, right? Yeah.
They weren't supposed to, but they did.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So, KD, you're up 1-0, and you're up next this day. What year?
71.
1971.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
It's the closest, too.
All right, Jay first.
Yeah. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I knew it.
That was a good pick.
That was the
you should almost get the point for that. That was a good
Of the Bucks.
Yes.
Scores the most points he'd ever score in an NBA game. With how many, Jay?
Kareem, he was a hook. He was a 2-point getter. He was a 2-point getter.
Come on, Jay.
I'm gonna say Kareem tops.
This was the highest he'd ever scored.
Yeah, I'm
for his whole career.
For his career.
Until that
Yeah.
point. Okay.
I'm gonna say Kareem put up 63.
63. Drapes?
62.
55. Yeah, 55 for Kareem.
Dang, Kareem's struggling out there with longevity.
55.
Longevity.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Drapes.
Kareem's top. Why don't I know that? I should know that.
I
should be
didn't
better
know
at
that. I'm glad I know it now. 2-0 Drapes. And let's see.
Jay's
Jay,
up.
you're up. We have this day, what, year 2? We have 1939, 1983, 1985.
This year, what day 2?
This day, what year 2? All right. You get to hear it and then decide. 19-year-old Lamar Jackson becomes the youngest ever to win the Heisman Trophy on this date in what year?
All right, let me go back real quick.
KD with a 2-0 lead, game 3 of the Wayback Machine in-season tournament.
Ooh, I'm missing a few off the top. I'm gonna say 2013.
2013?
Oh, that's easy. 2014.
It was 2016.
2016. Dude, I saw him in Louisville playing.
Yeah.
I went to visit one
How
year.
long has Lamar been in the league?
So 2016, 8 years?
It still seems like he's kind of new on the scene.
does,
Huh?
yeah.
Man.
Kyle Draper with a 3-0 lead.
rout. How many we got left?
We got 3 left.
Ooh, all right, let's go.
So you can clinch, but it's not over yet.
I see a little Jake Moody in him.
Let's go. That's my stuff.
I see a little Jake Moody in him.
1939, 1983, 1985.
1985.
1985. What team beat Atlanta for the first of an NBA record 38 consecutive road wins? A streak that would extend into the following season. The Lakers, the Pistons, the Celtics. Celtics is correct, and it's a victory and a sweep today for Kyle Draper.
Man.
He takes a 2-1 lead. The 2-1 lead.
Gotta focus up. I gotta focus up.
Well, you had a couple of those.
Yeah, I gotta
close.
focus.
The spitball one was a tough one, and he
That was a tough.
I should know that. I gotta focus up.
That set the tone.
I gotta focus
That set the tone.
Yeah, I did.
Look at that. We still got 5 minutes left.
I'm
It
like
wasn't supposed
Deebo
to be
out
like
here
this.
right now.
I
I'm like
know.
Deebo. You know what I mean? I could be better. Things need to.
Yeah, you got.
I need a few more targets. You know.
Oh man. How about
Congratulations, a 2-1
that?
lead.
It feels great. It
Yeah.
feels great.
Halfway to the cup.
Well, the problem is I beat him too quickly. We still got 4 or 5 minutes in the show. What are we going to do now? I want to give a shout out to Lori real quick
Yeah, I know you wanna do
downstairs
that, yeah.
with the baklava. Appreciate you and the pecan, whatever it
I'm
was.
giving shouts out on my time.
Yeah,
Is that what you're doing on
I'm
me?
giving shout-
You just giving shout outs on my
I'm giving
time.
a shout out there. So shout out to Lori. Shout out to Lori.
Yeah, I've known Lori a long time.
Oh yeah,
She's a-
yeah.
yeah,
She
so-
she retiring
And
right?
retiring, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Lori.
Chi-Town too. I hated to do
Yeah.
what we had to do to send her off.
I
She's a
know.
Bears fan, a Cubs fan, you know, so she's a Chi-Town representative, and she hails from Chicago.
Mhm.
And for I think I've been here 8 years, 7 years, something of
Okay.
that nature. And Lori's been one of the most fantastic
No,
women we
she's
possibly
nice.
could in our building.
Yep.
Congratulations. Is she done this week?
I think so.
Right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So shout out to her for the baklava.
And she was a teacher for a long time.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
she
didn't
was
know
a
that.
teacher for a very long time, double-digit years.
Damn.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe she
All right.
retired from that, came this way.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Drapes. How excited are you about the in-season tournament play tonight? The Emirates Cup play, the NBA. What do we got going on right now?
Bucks on top of Orlando. Is it me or was that a fast halftime? Like I feel like I just saw the second quarter end. What? And they're in the fourth. Oh, it was the third quarter. I was like, what the hell? Kind of a low-scoring game, 82-76 in the fourth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to 140, 141 games from the Kings recently.
It wasn't that long ago where we were all looking at the Bucks going, they're going to trade everybody. They're
Yeah,
terrible.
They're looking
They
good
kind of
now,
turned
right?
things around a little bit.
Yep, they're turned things around. They got my boy Bobby Portis out there. It looks like they're not going to trade him. Brooke Lopez going to work. Oh, get it out of here. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to run home and watch the second game tonight as well. OKC Dallas, I do believe. So that's a big time match.
Yeah. One more day before the Kings play.
Yeah.
Got to get through tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. Thanks for being with us. Stick around. We have Infinity Sports Radio, if I'm not mistaken, Jay. That's coming up next right here. Thanks for being with the Drive Guys on Sacktown Sports.